see it. I have it.
No, that was the purpose of it, so they can see their own
but
name.
so members can see it, because if it's set to everyone, then they don't have to react to rules to get in. Then that means bot accounts and stuff can get in.
Okay, guys, I'm live.
Oh,
Hi.
Hello, chat.
Of course you go live while we're talking about that. Great.
I know, right? I go live as we're talking about that stuff.
Not like anybody will see that.
No, I know, right? We're just talking about stuff in the Discord server. What's up, Mila? Okay, Doggy said that he's joining right now, that he was doing something. So he should be joining in just a second. Okay.
Right.
So for everybody that is tuning in, and to do a quick explanation at the beginning, I have been working for the last 6 months to combine DnD and Genshin. And this is session 0. This is our first session of doing this DnD Genshin combination Frankenstein game. Now, the way that this has worked, as you can see on screen, right, we have a top view of Mondstadt, and our 4 players, who are Melissa, my wife, Zach, who is one of my mods, Cloud, who is one of my mods, and Doggy, who is the person that edits my videos. They are our 4 players. And they have modeled their in-game players after a character in Genshin. So sorry, I got distracted. So the characters that you see on screen are going to actually be their representatives, right? So as you can see, we have Layla, we have Yaimiko, that is actually hidden, Ayaka, and Kuki. So each one of our 4 players. Hey, Doggy.
Oh my god.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. Okay, so out of our 4 players, they have each chosen their in D&D character to be represented by one of these 4. So Cloud will be Layla. Melissa was going to be Kuki. They have different names. I'm just kind of telling you like what character on screen represents each character in the game. Yaimiko is going to be Doggy, and Ayaka is going to be Zach. We are going to be calling them different names. We're going to be calling them by their in-game names, which we will get to as we play through the story. We're going to have each of them introduce themselves. But this is the official starting point. We are officially starting. I feel like my YouTube chat isn't working.
Do I have to go?
No, hand, I'm clicking over there.
It should work now.
Hang on, it's saying. I also need to do this. Okay, it is. It is working. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, now that that's all technical issues are done, so this is going to be us playing. We're going to be playing on Roll20. Which is a website used for D&D stuff. I have several maps set up, ready to go. This is session 0. So this is going to be the beginner session. This is going to be getting everybody familiar with the combat, familiar with the exploration, familiar with D&D in general, because out of these 4 people, the only D&D experience that they have is Baldur's Gate. And Zach refunded the game. So...
Wait, actually?
Yes.
No. We're back.
Okay, so they have...
I'll just join yours if I need to play in your time.
They have their character sheets. I don't have one to show. That's okay. As we go through... I need to do this, actually. Okay. So as we go through, we will talk about character sheets. I'll pull one up, let you guys see one as we go through. So we are going to officially begin. This is also my first time DMing a D&D session, so hopefully this goes well. Now, we are opening our scene with the city of Mondstadt, as everybody can see on their screen right now. Now, the city of Mondstadt is a very peaceful city known as the City of Wind. It is the city of the Animo Archon, Barbados, that is placed kind of in the middle of a lake. It has this older German-style building structure architect to it. And part of, or one of the big things in that city, is going to be that it is a central hub for what is called the Adventurers Guild. The Adventurers Guild is a nation worldwide called Tevat. It is a worldwide group of people that explore, help people out, and try to fight something called the Abyss. Now, most of you guys know this. However, I am trying to build the story, right? So this is where our adventure begins. Our adventure is going to begin in the wonderful, wonderful city of Mondstadt, the Animo Nation. So, as you can see here, we have our 4 players that are standing in front of this building right below us. Now, this building is the main Mondstadt hub for adventurers. And this is a photo of the building. And in that building, we have our wonderful guild representative named Catherine. Now, we have our 4 adventurers, or 4 new adventurers standing out in front of the guild, and they all look to Catherine, and Catherine says to them, "Ad Astra Abyssosk, and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I am Catherine. Now, before we get into introductions, I would like to say thank you to the 4 of you for answering our request for new adventurers. You 4 will be a guild-appointed party. I hope that you can support and help each other as you progress through your journey. In every main city of Tevat, there will be an Adventurers Guild office like this one. When you visit a new city, please be sure to stop by and connect with your local Adventurers Guild branch. Now, it is the time for introductions. If you could, one at a time, introduce yourself, and for example, give like your name, the nation where you're from, the weapon that you're using. Since none of you have visions yet, please keep it simple and short. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Wait, are we saying this in our character's voice or like?
Yes.
Okay. Hey everyone. My name is Arya. I come from the nation Shaznaya, and I'm using a bow, just a regular plain bow.
Okay, and Arya will be represented by Layla on our map. Who would like to go next?
Oh, let me just warn you, I'm not doing a character voice. My name is Artemis, and I'm from Shaznaya. I use a sword.
Thank you. Who next?
I'll go next. A character voice may come later in the game, but for now, I am Lahaba. I'm from Sumeru, and I'm using a hunter's bow.
Okay, nice.
And last?
I am Milo. I'm from Fontaine, and I use a bow.
Wow, 3 bow users. Exciting. Now that you have all gotten acquainted, let me give you each a blank vision, as well as an item to infuse the element that you requested on your adventurer's application. So, for Lahaba, I have an Animoculi. For Artemis, I have an Electroculus. For Wilo, I have a Hydroculus. And for Arya, I have a Cryoculus. Thanks to the Traveler and his companion Paimon, we have a surplus of these oculi that we have found a way to infuse them into blank visions to allow for any new adventurers to have a vision. Now, this office, now that I have given out your blank oculi, your blank visions, your first quest as official adventurers is to put your oculi into your blank visions. Do you guys have any questions for me?
No.
No questions from Arya.
Anybody else have any questions?
How do you intend for us to put our oculi into our vision?
That is a great question. Thank you. Something
You're
else,
welcome.
something else that I would like to bring up is after seeing how well the Traveler and Paimon have worked out, the guild has decided that each new party will also be given their own quote-unquote Paimon. Now, this traveling companion will be able to help you out, answer questions, follow you around, and will be able to help you along your journey. This companion will also be able to tell you how to put your oculi into your visions. Now, I would like for you to choose your companion. In front of you are 3 boxes, box 1, 2, and 3. Each one contains a traveling companion. Please pick one.
Okay, guys, do we want to vote
Yes.
for a number?
Yeah.
Can we ask you a question? Do we get any hint? Do we get any hints about what's in each box?
Well, we often advise that new adventurers try to investigate each box because adventurers have been known to get kind of a feeling from the companions in each box. Each one does have a slightly different personality. However, all of these are fresh. They were fished up this morning.
Okay, so if we want to investigate the box, what are we rolling for?
That would be an investigation check. So on your character sheet, you should have... Here, I will actually bring up a character sheet and show everybody, yes, and show everybody what the character sheets look like in case you're not familiar with D&D and how some of this stuff works. So this right here is Lahaba's character sheet as it loads. And as you can see over on the side, we have something like strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. This is the D&D aspect of this game, where whenever they want to do something, for instance, like investigate, it is affected by these numbers and stats. These numbers and stats they rolled for them beforehand. So these are the modifiers. And I might be referencing back to that every so often. So who would like to investigate the box? You will each be able to investigate 1 box.
Okay.
Arya would like to investigate the middle box.
Box 2? Okay. Will you please roll 1d20 for an investigation check? And add on your modifier for your investigation.
Modifier, yep.
So tell me what you rolled and then tell me what your modifier was.
I rolled a 17 with the +5 modifier.
Okay, so 22. So, box number 2. So Arya walks up to the box, placing a hand on both sides and closes their eyes to try to get a feel for it. She can tell that the box is trying to tell them something. So they close their eyes to really try to feel what's in the box. And you're trying to listen to what it says. And what the box tells you, or the creature coming from inside the box, is that it is a very, very balanced creature. You'll be able to ask it any question about Teyvat, and it will do its absolute best to answer the question. Now, it will be able to answer any question, but it may not be able to answer it to your complete satisfaction. In combat, this traveling companion will be able to help you about 50% of the time.
Oh, okay. 50% of the time.
And may not answer your questions the way you want.
We'll answer the questions to a satisfactory degree. If I had to put it in a very good word, it would be balanced.
Satisfactory. Go ahead.
Arya looks at Astra and says if he wants to go next.
Who?
Your name is Astra, right? Or Astra?
Artemis.
Artemis, yes. Arya looks at Artemis and says if he wants to go next.
Artemis, which box? Catherine looks at Artemis and says, Artemis, which box would you like to try? 1 or 3?
I will do box 3.
Okay. Please roll me an investigation check.
20.
It was a what?
It was 20.
It was a nat 20? Or was it a 20?
It was 19 plus 1.
Okay. So Artemis walks up to the box, doing the same thing as Arya, placing a hand on either side, closing his eyes to try and listen to what the box is going to tell him. As he does, the box says to him that this particular companion will be able to answer any question, probably giving too much information. However, whenever it comes to combat, you have a 3 in 20 of succeeding. Box 2 had a 10 in 20. This has a 3 in 20 of succeeding and helping you in combat.
Okay. So we have
now
one that may...
Now Catherine looks at Lahaba and says, Lahaba, would you like to try box 1?
I would, but I want to hear what Arya was going to ask.
Oh, Arya was just saying that we have one that so we have one that yaps a lot, and then the other one that may not like fight with us.
I didn't say
Arya's...
yaps a lot. I will clarify this because you rolled high enough. If you ask a question, she will give you the most detailed answer.
Oh, I like that. Arya likes that.
But in combat, will not be as helpful.
Got it.
The middle one will answer your question, may leave out a detail or two, but will answer the question. And will be half and half on combat.
Okay.
Okay. Let's Lahaba would like to investigate box 1.
So Lahaba walks up to box 1, placing a hand on either side, trying to listen to the voice of the companion coming from inside. Please roll me an investigation check.
20. Nat 20. And plus 6 investigation.
Of course. So Lahaba closes her eyes to try and listen to the voice coming from this creature. Now, because you rolled a nat 20, I will give you exact numbers. If you were to ask a question, the likelihood of them knowing the answer is extremely, extremely low, or they will not be able to answer it in a satisfactory way. For instance, if you ask what color the water is, they might tell you that the grass is green. However, when it comes to combat, the likelihood of them failing in combat is 3 in 20, meaning you will succeed. They will succeed in helping you in combat 17 out of 20 times.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
When you refer to helping us in combat, does that refer to physically helping us in combat or mentally as far as like strategy?
Well, that would be both. If you were to ask, since all 3 of you rolled high enough. Soup said, also, I'm mad I don't get a say in the companion. Soup, you're fine. You'll be good.
Well,
now, since all 3 of you rolled high and one of you rolled a nat 20, I will give you a little bit more information. In combat, the companion will be able to do something for you that will directly affect the battle.
Okay.
On box 1, I'm just going to say the fighter, the likelihood of them succeeding is 17 and 20. You will have to roll a 4 or higher for them to succeed. A 1 on a d20 with no no stats or anything like that. No, what's the word that I'm not remembering right now? Modifiers. So you have a straight up 17 and 20. I will not explain how it will help you in combat. You'll have to figure that out. But if you roll a 17 or higher, it will help you. Very much can help you to a very high degree.
A 17 or higher, or
No,
a 4 or higher?
4 or higher. So you have a 17 out of 20 chance of it succeeding.
Okay.
When it comes to information about Teyvat, about what you guys are doing, it is most likely not going to give you information that will help you. Not on purpose, but because it's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The middle one, you need to roll a 10 or higher for it to contribute in combat. So 50% of the time. When it comes to questions, it will answer your questions, but it may not remember every single detail about them, about your question. It's a very balanced companion. The one that is the knowledgeable one, you have to roll higher than a 17, an 18, 19, or 20 for it to succeed in helping you in combat. However, it will give you a ton of knowledge. If you ask a question about something, if you were to ask what Catherine's favorite flower is, this companion knows.
Ooh,
but
okay.
it won't be able to help you in combat as often. So you have both ends of the scale and a balanced companion. Which one would you guys like?
Do we think we need combat help more or information more? Or do we want both?
Arya looks at the team and says that maybe we should prioritize having information that can combat, because knowledge is everything, right?
Okay, hang on. I'm going to clarify something real quick, and then I'm going to shut up. I'm going to give an example. If you ask the fighter, where is Catherine? If you were to go to a new city and said, hey, where is Catherine? The fighter would say, who's Catherine? The middle one would say, oh, I can take you to Catherine. And the one that knows a lot would say, Catherine is here. She's having a bad day. You might want to bring her this to cheer her up, and maybe she'll give you something extra.
I was thinking you might want balanced one.
Okay. I use a bow. And there's 2 other people who use a bow. Who else uses a bow?
Arya.
Okay, Arya, and who else?
What is Doggy share?
Doggy, right?
Yes, Wilo uses a bow.
Yeah.
And then Zach, Artemis, right?
I use a sword.
Okay.
Maybe we should pick a fighter. Like, we have 3 bows and then 1 sword, but having the information but would be nice.
I think we should go with balanced one.
Yeah, information gives us more on, like, there's potential to find out more about, like, who we are fighting and what they're weak to.
I will say one thing. All of the enemies in this are Genshin enemies. So your Genshin knowledge will also tell you what things are weak to.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Got it.
Good to know.
What if we needed to find Venti? Then we just ask, like
Box 2, if they knew, would take us there. Box 3 would say, yep, this is where they are and this is what you want.
That's fair.
Okay, how about 1 by 1 we vote? Huh?
That's fine, yeah. So Arya goes for box 3.
Artemis chooses box 2.
Lahaba chooses box 2.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, box 2.
I choose box.
Doggy is not allowed to weigh in on this because Doggy knows more about this than he does, than you guys do.
I was like, why did we just skip?
Because Doggy's not allowed to vote on this. Doggy knows too much information on this right now because he
Doggy knows.
Me test certain things whenever it comes to this character.
Doggy, did we make a good decision?
So, You
Can I go look
guys. So, you guys have chosen. Catherine looks at you 4 and says, "So you have chosen companion in box number 2. Is that correct?"
Mm-hmm.
Arya says yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will open the box, and out will come your companion. Its name is Mon Mon. Now, some of these companions can be a little shy. So whenever I open this box and the companion comes out, I would like it if you guys were to kind of introduce yourself. So Catherine reaches over, opens the box, and a creature similar to Paimon floats up, and this light that was around it goes away, and you start to see it is about the same shape as Paimon. It's very, very similar to Paimon. And it opens its eyes, and it looks at you 4. And Catherine says, "Would some of you like to introduce yourself to your new companion?"
Yeah, Arya would like to go first because she's very excited.
Go ahead, Arya.
Hi, Mon. My name is Arya. Nice to meet you.
How are you guys doing today? I'm your new traveling companion. I can't wait to go on adventures with you guys. I look so forward to this. Mon looks around excitedly at all 4 of you and says, "I can't wait. Did you guys already get it registered and everything? Did Catherine already tell you? Are you guys ready for your first quest? I'm so excited."
Can we kill it?
Catherine looks at you and says, "No, you cannot kill Mon Mon. Mon Mon has no HP. You cannot kill Mon Mon."
Damn it.
Arya labels Mon under emergency food in her notebook.
Deal.
Oh, that sounds like my cousin Paimon. She also got said to be emergency food. I hope I have a reoccurring joke like that one day. So, you guys look at Mon. Do you have any questions for Mon? Mon looks and says, "Do you guys have any questions for me?" Did you guys get your blink visions? Do we need to go get those filled?
Oh, yes.
Mon.
Yes. What was your name again? I totally forgot.
I'm Lahaba. Could you help us put our elements in our visions, please?
Yes, I most certainly can help you guys go do that. Sorry, guys, if I was a little too loud on that, I'm going to scoot the mic a little bit away from me.
It was very, very
Very loud.
It was meant to be at first. So, Catherine waves goodbye as you guys start to leave, Mon leading the way. Mon looks at you and says, "Okay, so guys, I know exactly where we gotta go to get these oculi into the visions, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave Mondstadt and we're gonna walk through and we're gonna go to what's called a Statue of the Seven in Windrise, okay? I can take you guys exactly there."
Sounds great.
So, by the way, you guys have to deal with this voice for the rest of the campaign.
This is gonna suck.
Soup loves it.
If we had off script,
Break the fourth wall.
if we had chosen a different box, was there a different voice?
Absolutely, and there's a different personality.
Dang it.
I love that.
Can you give it? Let's just hear it. What were the other ones like?
Box number 1 was going to be very stoic. "I can help you guys. I will be by your side in every fight." And box number 3 was going to be very sassy. Like, "Well, honestly, it might be good if you were to unplug your ears and listen to me every once in a while." That was going to be box 1 and 3.
I love that.
And Doggy knew which voice was which one.
Oh, God.
That's why you didn't want to getting.
Dev said she'd take the chocolate voice over this.
Chocolate.
Okay. So, as you guys are leaving, by the way, Melissa, you know how I told you there'd be a way to direct a question to me in this entire thing?
Mm-hmm.
You have to direct the question to Mon.
Great.
So anytime that you guys have a question you need to ask me, you can just go ahead and ask, and I'll give you an answer. I promise I will.
Love
That's
that.
just a mistake.
Mon, are
Yeah.
we going to the Statue of 7?
Yes, we are. So what we've got to do is that we have got to leave Mondstadt, and you know what? You four, my new best friends, you can follow me, and I will show you exactly how to get out there. So, you five, because Mon is now with you forever and always, you are going to be leaving Mondstadt, and you are going to be heading out to do some exploration. Oop, hang on.
I gotta pause my game.
Yes, you have to pause your game now. Okay, hang on. Let me do something real quick. We got to assign. You don't have to assign that one. That's not even in here anymore.
You can do better.
This is the crap I have to deal with. I can't believe I gotta deal with this crap. Oh my god. I think that Soup loves Mon. That's all I'm gonna say. I think that Soup very, very much loves Mon. I think Mon is her favorite character.
Why couldn't Soup be Mon?
Because I don't know if Soup can do that annoying voice that you guys will hate.
Exactly.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. We're going to do something else real quick. So, as Mon is taking you guys across this bridge, leaving Mondstadt, you notice that this is the scenery outside of Mondstadt. And on the bridge, as you're crossing it, you notice a young boy with maybe about 5 birds out in front of him. And Mon says to you guys, "Oh, I wonder what this boy's doing here. Should we stop and talk to him? What do you guys want to do?"
Arya takes his longbow and charges a shot at the birds. Do I have to roll for that?
You have to roll a d20. What do you roll on your d20?
Oh my god, I got a 7.
You got a 7. You miss. Does anybody else want to take a shot?
Lahaba would like to take a shot.
Roll me a d20.
Ten.
You hit one.
Ari looks at Lahaba and like cheers.
Wilo, do you want to take a shot?
High five.
Wilo, do you want to take a shot?
Doggy might have walked away.
Doggy might have walked away whenever he heard Mon.
No.
Say that again, Doggy. I just turned you up a little bit.
Oh.
One more time, Doggy.
One more time.
Am I lagging or something?
Yeah, do you want to take a shot at Timmy's pigeons?
Yes.
Roll me a d20. Did you have a die ready, Doggy? Do you have to go find one?
No.
Do what?
7.
You rolled a 7? Okay, you also
Yes.
miss. So you guys were able to take down a single one of Timmy's pigeons.
Yes.
All right, so all of you suck at using a bow.
So Timmy looks at you and says, "Hey, those are my best friends. Why would you do that? I'm gonna go tell Mom on you." And Timmy runs down the bridge back into Mondstadt. Mon looks at you and says, "Why would you guys do that? That was his best friends." Why would you? Oh wait, can we eat this? Mine's okay.
Exactly. Arya picks up the fowl from the ground and gives it to Lahaba.
Okay, Lahaba, add a piece of fowl to your inventory. Just write it in on your character sheet on your inventory.
In my bag.
In your bag, yes.
Meat.
No, fowl. Specifically fowl.
Fowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you guys cross this bridge, you get to a split point. And can you guys see the new map? Or are you guys on the other map still? I might have to like.
We are still on the other one.
Okay.
What's on the other one? Yeah.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, this, and we are going to drag to that one.
Oh, yep.
You're in there now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So this is an exploration map, which is going to work a little bit differently than in Mondstadt. The players can move their characters. Be careful though, because if you start moving too fast, it might trigger some stuff. Who knows? In this exploration, you guys come to... What were you saying, Zach?
We can't move our characters.
Should be able
what
to.
session 0 is about,
What
guys.
session 0 is about, absolutely. This is going to be you. Save settings. This is going to be... It should be working for Doggy.
There you go. Yeah. It can
Okay.
move
So
it.
I'm controlling Melissa's character, by the way. Okay, so Mon takes you to this 4-way pass right up here. It says, okay, guys, so I know that if we continue going straight down this path, we can walk over, and then we're going to turn and we're going to head south, and we're going to get to the Statue of Seven over at Windrise, okay? But first, we got to make sure that we stay on this path, okay? Catherine specifically told me that I cannot let you guys off of this path. Don't know why, but that's what she said.
Arya nods at Mon. Okay.
So, Mon starts to bring you guys a little further down the path, and going through the path, this is actually what you guys are seeing is right here. This is the scenery. As you can see in the background, we have this very, very massive, beautiful tree along with a statue with a light emanating for the top. Dev said, I hope there's a minefield to let Mon play.
Congrats, you made a character more hated than Paimon.
I hope that you guys would hate Mon as much as I had hoped. Okay. So, Mon says, now, you guys are full-fledged adventurers, which means that you should be doing stuff like looking for treasure, looking for enemies. Well, you don't have your visions yet. It's just not like you can actually fight anything. But as we go down this path, make sure you guys are investigating, looking around, trying to find different things. So
Hava has a question for Mon.
Yes, Yahaba, what is your question?
If we're not supposed to veer from the path, how am I supposed to investigate anything?
Well, you can investigate stuff right on the path. Like, as you can see, right here, there's some bushes, there's some stumps, there's some flowers that might be worth picking. I mean, you never know. You know, you could just try and investigate an area and see what might be there.
So what are the chances we
What
pick a
was
flower
that?
and you just make it be a whopper flower?
That was somebody following me on TikTok. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the follow.
What was your question, Artemis?
What are the chances we find a whopper flower on the first flower we pick?
Don't worry. I have not seen a whopper flower on this path in a long time. I don't think you have to worry about whopper flowers yet. emphasis on the word yet.
Okay, we got it, Bun. Understood.
Are you sure? Should I say yeah one more time?
No, thank you very much.
Okay.
Mon, is there any dandelions on this road?
You may have to roll an investigation check. So I am going to break the fourth wall a little bit on stuff like this. Whenever we get to a new area, especially something like this, it would be really good to roll an investigation check and kind of get a feel for your environment.
Got it.
So if somebody would like to roll an investigation check to see what might be in the area.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Real quick, can I just ask who here has the highest investigation check modifier?
I think I do. I have a 5.
I have 6.
Oh, do you? Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Akio likes that Mon, just so you know.
Well, Akio's always been weird, so
Don't insult me.
no offense, but
okay,
So investigation check.
okay, so you do want to roll an investigation check? Go ahead and roll me that. So tell me what you rolled, then the modifier.
Wait, I'm not talking to you, Mon.
Sorry. Shall we?
Do we want to use the person who has the highest investigation check?
yes, we do.
I will say this: if one of you fails an investigation check, or you want to roll higher, somebody else can try. But each person can only do it once for each given area.
Got it.
Okay. All right. I will roll an investigation check, Mon.
Okay. What have you are now not talking to Mon, you are talking to the god of this session, which is me. So roll me a d20, tell me what you rolled, and tell me your modifier.
God, I rolled 18.
Okay.
And I have a 6+ investigation.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So you guys are standing there, and I'm actually going to pull this back up to make it a little bit more visually appealing. So as you are standing there, you notice that you do have this one path leading ahead. You do see the tree in the background. You do see all of the things that I explained before. However, you notice that there is actually a bush off to the side, kind of in front of this boulder, as you can see right here. Thanks for the follow. As you can see right here. Now, in that bush, you happen to notice something else. It almost looks like there might be something that looks like a wooden chest, as you guys can now see on your screen.
Oh.
So what would you like to do? What would you and your party like to do now that you have seen that there is a chest here?
Mon?
Oh, yes. What's up, Arya?
Are any of these chests along this path any dangerous?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, why would there be danger this close to the city?
That is, Arya shakes her head. That's fair. Arya looks at the party. Arya looks at the party and says, "Do we want to? Hey, team. Do we want to check out this chest and open it up?"
Yes.
Yes.
That would be the smart decision.
So,
most likely.
You four walk over to the chest, and there is a bush obstructing you. You cannot get to the latch to open the chest because of this bush. Also, think about it in Genshin terms. If you've seen a chest in a bush, what do you do to the bush?
Burn it.
Well, none of you have pyro. Good luck doing that.
Well,
thank you. Yes.
Ari looks at Artemis and says, if you want to, hey, Artemis, why don't you swing your sword at the bush to clear it off the debris? Or the foliage?
All right, I guess.
Okay. So Artemis takes out his sword and swings it at the bush to try and clear it off. Artemis, will you please roll me a 1d20 strength check? So it's going to be your strength modifier. You need to beat a 5.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Soup, I actually had this chest wrapped in vines for you to burn
Oh my
it away.
god.
Hey, guess what? Is it 3 plus 2?
So Artemis swings his sword. The sword almost comes out of his hand, but he's able to keep the grasp on it. Swings, hits the plant, goes through the little bush. The bush is now moved out of the way, and the chest is free to be opened. Now, we're going to introduce something else. And that is that you do not, once you have figured out the puzzle, once you have figured out, once you have access to the chest, I'm not going to make you roll to actually open the chest. If you figured it out, then you figured it out. Here's how we are determining what you guys get in the chest.
Great.
On this wheel is every single item that is available in this chest.
Okay.
And this
Oh,
is
okay.
a common chest. So you guys will get a couple of things. First, let's see what you guys get. Had to add some gotcha in there, some luck in there. You guys get a carrot. Who would like to put the carrot in their inventory?
Aria will take the carrot.
Okay. Now, you also get a weapon, a 1-star weapon, which all of you already have the 1-star weapons. And you guys get a beginner's protector, which is the polearm. Who would like to put this in their bag as well? Not that any of you can use it.
I'll hold on to it.
And then you each get 50 mora.
Ooh, okay. Got it.
I have to type that out, don't I?
Yes, you have to add it in.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are here looking at the chest, Mon says, "Oh, you guys, I think I see something. I think I see something a little bit past the chest. Can somebody please roll me another investigation check?"
You wanna go for it?
Aria, Aria looks at Lahava. Do you want to investigate for us?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, we have a 6 plus 6.
So a 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you see off in the distance, there are 3 hilly curls standing over here. And Mon says, "Oh, I don't know why they're so close to town. They shouldn't be here. I don't know, but if we're not quiet, I think that they're gonna see us. Can somebody please roll me a dexterity check?"
I'll do it. D20?
D20 plus Hilly Curls. Dev, you know that I say this. You know that I say it weird.
I got a 4 plus 6, so 10.
So Artemis tries to take a step back, and as he does so, steps on a stick and makes a sound. The Hilly Curls, all 3 of them, look over and see your party. Everybody, roll for initiative. You are officially in combat.
That's
Great
wild.
Crazy.
guys.
Thanks, Zach.
Doing it this early. What? I have.
I'm kidding.
Are we rolling a d20?
Yes. You
Okay,
have to
thank you.
roll a d20. Now, I am going
Is
to...
Doggy allowed to participate now?
Doggy is allowed to participate now. Yes.
Great. Thank you.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, hang on 1 second for me. I gotta... Actually, we're just going to do it on here. Okay, you rolled an 8.
We're adding our plus modifiers, right?
Yeah, so on your character sheet,
Okay, got
there's
it.
going to be an initiative plus.
Got it. I'm at 7 plus 1 then.
7 plus 1. So that's an 8.
Where is initiative?
Wait, initiative?
Yes.
It's in the middle.
So it's up there near like your boxes. So if you look at your name over on your names.
Yeah, it's next to Mora, or on the top.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
14.
Okay. Didn't you say a dexterity check though?
That was
the
before.
dexterity check was to see if you guys would get away without being seen.
Okay. All right.
So Zach, what did you roll? Artemis?
I got a total of 14.
14? Okay. Lahaba, what'd you get?
13 plus 5, so 18.
13 plus 5, so 18?
Mm-hmm. Hey, crew, if nobody's noticed yet, my initial rolls for my character were insane.
Yeah,
so
that's why I let Doggy re-roll some of his. Wilo, what did you roll for initiative?
I got 11.
11?
13.
13?
13. Yeah.
Okay, now here's the fun part. I get to roll for the Hilly Curls. So Hilly Curl A is going to roll a 3. What a loser. Hilly Curl B is going to roll a 7.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Hilly Curl C is going to roll an 11. So as you guys can see on the side here, we have our turn orders. Lahaba, you go first. Now, on your sheet, you're going to have a speed, correct?
Somewhere here.
It's going to be all the way over to the right. That is how many spaces you can move. All of you are going to control your characters. I will be controlling Lahaba's character. So, Lahaba, since you go first, how many spaces would you like to move? Or you also notice that your normal and charge attacks also have spaces in there as to how far you can shoot.
Am I allowed to look at the terrain?
Yes, you are. So up here on the screen, let's see here, your terrain. It's going to be, you guys are right, the enemies are on the other side of this rock. They're kind of right here. So you have this little rock in between you guys. There's a little bush over here, but they are right here.
Mm-hmm.
There is not much of a high ground to speak of. If that's what you were wondering.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
So is that represented in that? No, it's not, because the maps aren't that detailed.
Not yet.
All right. Got it. Okay. So if I don't want to move,
You don't have to.
mm-hmm. Are my co-players in my way? Like if I said I wanted to move down?
You cannot end on the same space that another character is on.
But I can move through them.
Correct. You can walk behind a character.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to move.
Okay. Would you like to attack?
Yes, please.
Okay, which one are you going to target? A, B, or C?
Do I need to specify how I'm attacking?
Well, I mean, you're going to be either using your normal attack or your charged attack, but yes. You will tell me which one of them you will be using.
Mm-hmm. And I need to tell you which
enemy you're targeting.
I'm gonna target A.
Okay.
Because it's the closest.
All right.
And let me read. Hang on. Mm-hmm.
And again, everybody, this is her character sheet that she is looking at. So right now she only has normal and charge attacks.
Okay. I need to roll for charged attack.
Okay, and you said that you're going to be targeting Hilly Curl A?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me 1d20.
D20 or D2?
D20, because you need to see if you hit them. Then now we are checking what is called armor class. You guys do not know the armor class of your enemies, but you need to see if you hit them. So whenever you decide to attack, you are going to roll a 1d20.
I rolled 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay, so Lahaba draws back her bow. You said a charge attack? Are you doing a charge attack? Lahaba.
Are you still talking?
Yes.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Lahaba?
Lahaba. Hey, can you hear us?
Think connection issues, maybe?
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, can you hear us?
Hello? Test.
Yeah. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Please hold.
Holding. So, also on screen for those watching, on TikTok, the thing below us, the image below me, I'm going to try and remember to keep changing it to show the terrain that we are in. And same thing over here on YouTube. I'm trying to change it and make sure that I'm staying on top of where they're at. Okay, can you hear us?
Oh, hello. Welcome.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Sorry. My screen mirroring disconnected, and then when it reconnected, it wanted me to hear everything through the TV instead. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So did you say charge attack?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So Lahaba fully draws back her bow, shooting at Hilly Curl A, barely hitting Hilly Curl A.
Mm-hmm.
So roll me for damage, which is going to be that 1d2. So you're going to roll the 1d4.
God, can I ask a clarifying question first?
You can ask a clarifying question first.
I barely reached Hilly Curl 8 because my charged attack has a range of 5 spaces and my roll wasn't high, correct?
Not because your charge attack has a range of 5 spaces, but because of the armor class check.
Okay. Can you show me what 5 spaces would look like?
Yes, I can. So as you can see on the screen that there is a grid pattern overlaying, correct? So this is 1 space, 2 space, 3 space. Or 1 space, 2 space, 3 space.
Okay.
Correct. So if you so Hilly Curl C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. It is the path of least.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay.
Thank you.
You fully draw your bow. You shoot it, barely hitting Hilly Curl A. Please roll for damage. What does your character sheet say for charge attack damage?
Please hold. That's a great question that I don't know the answer for because I have no clue where to find it.
In the box underneath where it says your current HP. It'll say normal attack and charge attack. One on top of the other.
Yeah.
So under charged attack, read what it says for charged attack.
Lahaba fully draws her bow to fire an arrow that deals 1d2 plus 1.
Okay, so roll me the d4. If it's an odd number, it is a single damage. If it's an even number, it's 2 damage. And then you add 1 on top of that.
I rolled a 4, so
that
that's
would be...
an even.
Yep.
At plus 1.
Yep.
So 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. So Lahaba, fully drawing her bow, barely is able to hit Hilly Curl A, but hits it in a pretty good spot. It doesn't look like the Hilly Curl's on its last leg, but it definitely looks like it took some damage. Next is Artemis' turn. Artemis, what would you like to do?
I would like to move forward 2 spaces.
You would like to move forward 2 spaces?
Well, if I can.
Yes, you should be able to control your character, correct?
Yeah.
So move forward 2 spaces. You're going to target Hilly Curl A?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a 1d20 to see if you hit it.
$17.
You rolled a 17? Okay, you definitely hit it. Not even a question as to whether or not you connect with this Hilly Curl. Please roll me. What is read your normal attack? Are you normal attacking or charge attacking? Sorry.
I will charge attack.
Okay, go ahead and read that out.
Artemis swings his sword, causing 1d2 plus 1 to a target enemy, as well as 1 enemy adjacent to target. So this can be used every other turn.
There is no enemy adjacent. If Hilly Curl B was standing here, it would be adjacent. But because the Hilly Curls are separated by at least 1 space, you only hit Hilly Curl A. So go ahead and roll that 1d4.
One.
So you roll a 1 plus 1 is 2 damage?
Yeah.
So you swing your sword connecting with the Hilly Curl and you get a really, really good hit off. And as you hit the Hilly Curl, you see that it falls down. You have successfully beat your first Hilly Curl. Didn't even have a chance to attack. Wilo, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
I'd like to move 3 spaces.
3 spaces? Here, I'll go ahead and move you. If you want to move, or if you want to move yourself, or tell me where you want to move.
I could do it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And
then I'd like to attack.
Okay, which one? B or C?
B.
B?
Yes.
Okay, roll me 1d20. Say that again.
3.
A 3? So you roll.
Yes.
So you draw your bow back. Was it a normal attack or a charge attack?
Normal attack.
So you draw your bow back half. Draw your bow back to try and get a quick shot off onto Hilly Curl B. And as you do it, Hilly Curl B notices what you're doing and jumps out of the way. You do not hit Hilly Curl B. It is now Hilly Curl C's turn. Now Hilly Curl C is going to move 2 spaces forward, and it is going to target Artemis. Artemis, on your character sheet, you have an armor class. It's going to be above your HP, the big box with your HP. It is 8. The Hilly Curl is going to swing, and it misses. Artemis, you were able to see it coming, and you ducked just out of the way. Hilly Curl C has missed its attack. Arya, it is now your turn.
Arya, also, to clarify, since Artemis is right in front of me, do I have to step 1 space out to still make the shot?
You do not. However, you will have to, if you're trying to shoot past a teammate, you have to roll a dexterity check to see if you are successfully able.
Oh, okay.
But you have to lock in what you're doing before you make your rolls.
Got it. Okay. Can Arya can Arya make a charge shot on Hilichurl Hilichurl C?
You want to do Hilichurl C? Yes, you can. So go ahead and roll me that 1d20 to see if you hit.
Got it. A 6.
A 6. So you pull your bow back fully, all the way charge shot, trying to do a lot of damage to this Hilichurl. You take a shot at it, and it goes over its shoulder, missing it by a hair.
No.
You barely miss Hilichurl C. It is now Hilichurl B's turn. Hilichurl B is going to run forward. I'm sorry, Hilichurl B is not going to run forward. Hilichurl B is going to dig in the ground and pick up a rock and target Wylo. He's going to throw a rock at Wylo to try and do damage. Wylo, on your character sheet, what is your armor class?
Where do I find that again?
It's going to be over to the right above your current HP box.
In the middle.
Kind of in the middle.
E?
It should say armor class base above your HP.
So 8.
8? Okay. So the Hilichurl is going to throw that rock. It rolled a 14, meaning that it is going to connect with Wylo. And let's see how much damage it is going to do. It is going to do one physical damage to Wylo. So Wylo, on your sheet where it says current HP, just kind of make a note off to the side that you are down to by 1 HP.
Okay.
So it is now Hilichurl A. Hilichurl A is dead, so it does not get to go. It is back to the top with Lahaba.
Oh, hi. Let's see.
Am I Kyle? They are making their way down to the Statue of Seven because they have to put Oculi into their blink visions in order to get their elemental powers. They just did not successfully run away, thanks to Artemis.
I would like to move forward 3 spaces to the right.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yes, thank you. And I would like to attack Hilichurl B.
B. Okay. Go ahead and roll me that d20.
15.
15. Okay, so you have to draw your bow back, trying to get a quick shot off onto the Hilichurl, and you do in fact hit it. Go ahead and roll me that damage. What is it? A 1d2?
I get to choose if I'm doing normal or charged.
No, your charge attack can only be used once every other turn.
Oh, when did we learn that?
If you read your box, you would know.
Well, thank you.
Uh-huh.
We didn't need sassy Paimon. We've got me. All right. Okay, I got a 2, so I got an even. So,
okay,
2 plus 1.
That is going to... No, it's a normal attack, not charge attack, so it's just a base 2.
Ah, you are correct.
All right, so you have to draw your bow trying to get a shot off, and you are able to connect with Hilichurl A. Again, you hit him solidly. It doesn't look like he's limping. It doesn't look like he's on his last leg. It looks like he still has a fair good amount of fight in him. It is going to be Artemis's turn.
I will normal attack Hilichurl C.
Okay, so you go ahead and roll me that d20. Ooh, that felt good.
7.
7. You swing your sword and you are just able to connect with this Hilichurl C. Go ahead and roll me for damage.
4.
So that would be
is
2. Awesome. So you hit him, and again, just like Hilichurl B, he's not on his last leg. He still looks like he's got plenty of good fight in him as well. Wylo, it is your turn.
I'd like to move 2 spaces.
Go ahead.
And then I'd like to normal attack.
Okay. Roll me that d20.
20.
You rolled a 20? Nice. Okay. So if you roll a 20 on your armor class, it will be considered a critical hit. So go ahead and roll damage to see what you hit on Hilly Curl B. Roll that 1d4. Plus 1.
My bad.
Sorry, what was it?
3.
A 3. So that would be an odd number. So that would be 1 plus 1, 2. But because you crit, it's doubled to 4. So as you hit Hilly Curl B, you see him go flying back. I mean, you smoked him, hitting that crit. And you have now officially killed your second Hilly Curl. It is now Hilly Curl C's turn. Hilly Curl C does not like that Artemis swung the sword and hit him. So he is going to rear back his club and he is going to try and get Artemis back. And he rolls a 6. Artemis, you dodge out of the way. This Hilly Curl's just got rage in its mask and you read it. And you're able to easily dodge this Hilly Curl. Arya, it is back to you.
Arya moves 3 spaces. Moves 2 spaces to right and then 1 space down.
Can you move?
Yeah. And Arya will do a normal attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that d20.
Yep.
What'd you roll?
20.
You rolled a 20?
20.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me that d4 for damage then. You said you did a charge attack?
No, normal attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that 1d4.
A 2.
A 2. So that's going to be 2 damage. And because it's a crit, it's actually 4 damage. Now, you draw your bow quick. You hit the Hilly Curl. It doesn't even see you because it's so focused on Artemis. And as you hit it, you again smoke it. You have officially beat the 3rd Hilly Curl. Combat has ended. You guys are officially out of combat, successfully taking on your first fight. Mon appears in front of you and goes, "Oh my gosh, that was amazing to see. I can't believe that we got to see this on our first adventure out. That's amazing. You know,
Do we
next
re-enter
time,
combat so I don't have to hear this voice?
next time, I'm going to try to join you guys. Would you guys like that if I joined your fight to try to help you? Because this time I was so shocked with them being there. You kind of ran off without me, but next time I'm going to be with you every step of the way."
Arya looks at Mon in a disappointed face and says, maybe we'll use you as a distraction next time.
Hey,
but
maybe so. We'll see how it goes.
She's
All
not
right,
just
Mon.
emergency food for us. She's emergency food for the enemy.
Now, Mon looks at you guys and says, "Now, I think if we could just continue going down the path, that we can just walk over and then immediately go down to the Statue of 7, if that's what you guys want to do. Is that what you guys want to do? Because I'm good with that."
Arya looks at Mon. From this point, do you see any other killer trolls along the road?
Arya, I would like for you to roll an investigation check.
Got it. It is 18 plus 5, 23.
Cool. So, as you guys are talking, you actually look over Mon's shoulder and you see one Hilly Curl that was kind of standing off in the distance that you guys didn't notice. As soon as you see it, though, it immediately runs away and you do not see it as it runs further off into the distance. It looks at you with discontent as if you just killed 3 of its friends.
Great.
And you no longer see the Hilly Curl. It has successfully ran off into the distance.
Arya looks at her team and gives everyone a thumbs up. with
No, I
satisfaction.
think we're gonna be
Thank you.
ambushed.
Say that again, Zach.
I said I think we're gonna get ambushed.
Who knows? So, Mon looks at you guys and says, okay, guys, you can just follow me down to the statue of 7, all right? So, all of you guys walk along the path. Not really seeing anything too crazy, not seeing any chests, not seeing anything like that. And as you start making your way down to the statue of 7, you start seeing this absolutely beautiful view of... Sorry, I'm changing files. Of the statue of 7 in front of this absolutely beautiful tree. And it is glowing. And as you 4 approach it, it starts to glow even brighter. So all 4 of you get right in front of the statue of 7. And Mon looks at you and says, so, the way that we put the Oculus into the visions that were given to you is that you'll each walk up to the statue of 7 one at a time and present the oculi and the blank vision. And the statue of 7 will just take it from there. That's all you got to do. Who wants to go first?
Argus walks up to the statue.
Artemis walks up to the statue, and as you walk up to the statue, it's glowing so bright. And you offer your hand, in one hand the Oculus, and one hand the vision. And they start to glow, and they lift up off your hands and start going towards the statue. And you see the Oculus go into the vision, and this very bright light happens. And the vision floats back down to you, now a complete electrovision. And it floats back down and lands in your hand. Zach, I would like for you to look at the DM that I just sent you.
Oh.
Who is next?
Arya walks up to the statue of 7.
Arya walks up to the statue of 7 and the same thing happens. Offers in one hand each, and they start to glow. They lift up off of the hands, go towards the statue of 7, and you see them combine into an amazing, beautiful, bright light. The vision goes back down, landing in Arya's hand as a complete cryovision. Cloud, I would like for you to look at the DM that I just sent you.
Got
Who
it.
would like to go next?
I will.
So Lahaba walks up to the statue of 7, same thing, one in each hand. They start to glow, they go up in the air, they combine, and down falls an animo vision. Melissa, I am going to be bringing you yours.
Thank you.
Here is your new character.
Jesus Christ.
And finally, Wilo walks up to the statue. Same thing, offers the vision. They start to glow, they go up in the air, and they combine, creating a complete hydrovision. Doggy, look at the DM that I just sent you. Now, Artemis looks at you guys and says, wow, I've never actually gotten to see that happen. That's absolutely amazing. That's so cool. That's... Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh no.
D20.
D20. Because as you turn around, you see the hilly curl that ran away back with a pyro slime, a hydro slime, a cryo slime, an electro slime, an electro shooter, a berserker, a normal hilly curl shooter, and 2 hilly curl fighters.
Okay. Artemis, it's your fault.
What?
I
Hang
I
on.
rolled the d20 as well.
Okay, hang
as
on one
well.
second. Let me make sure that you guys are have these assigned. Because now is the fun part.
I rolled it 11
Hang on.
plus 3.
Hang on. This is what Doggy helped me do, was create this fight and test
Great.
this. Doggy is unleashed from his prison of no input, because as of this, Doggy knows no more information than you guys
Welcome
do.
to the team, man.
Now, Artemis, what did you roll on your initiative?
11.
11?
Plus 3, so...
Plus 3, so 14.
Also, we're on the wrong screen.
Oh, yeah, hang on. I'll bring you over. You on the right one now? Did it take you guys
yes.
the right one? Okay, cool. Now, for those of you wondering why it is so quiet, it is because they are reading their new character sheets. And if I pull one of their character sheets up, let's look at Lahaba's. This is now their character sheet. It went from being very little to being a lot.
Clarifying question, God.
We'll see if I can answer it.
We each got 50 Mora from the...
That gets added on, yes. Or, no, I'm sorry. That 50 Mora is the 50 Mora from the chest.
The 50 Mora on my sheet.
It's from the chest.
Thank you.
So
Because
if
you forgot to add my foul.
Well, no, I didn't change that yet. I was going to have you add it.
Okay.
Also, God.
Sorry, Akio. Yes.
On the normal tag description, it says Walio.
Oh, sorry, just change that. I copied that over.
Oh, okay, got it.
I thought that I went through and I thought that I had caught all of those. And I'll go ahead and fix it on yours and I'll resend it to you.
No, I just typed it out.
Okay, cool.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished one of them and then I just copied it over and then rewrote everything. But the normal and charge attacks, because 3 of you are bow users, I didn't have to rewrite that stuff from scratch. Also notice a couple of things at the top. Take a good once over on these character sheets. By the way, Soup already has hers. That is like this.
Is that fair?
Yes, because she was not going to be in session 0. So as people watching can see what this stuff is, they have their normal attacks, they have their charge attack, they have their skill and their burst, just like Genshin. And if you were to read some of these, this stuff causes elements to be applied to our enemies. Meaning that all of this is reactions that can happen when elements are introduced to each other. I've been working on this for months. And I have my notes here in case anybody has a question, because I'm going to need them. I have most of them figured out. Also, on the notes, there is a to be determined on Dendro. Dendro was banned from Mondstadt. So. Now, I need everybody to roll for initiative. You guys got to figure this out on the fly.
Oh, we did already.
What was yours?
20.
20? Was that after your modifier?
Yeah.
You
was...
didn't roll a nat 20, right?
Actually, I forgot to put my modifier. Let me roll again. Hold on.
Yeah, just roll again real quick.
What?
I just rolled a d20 with no modifier.
Yeah,
So
roll a
you
d20, then
just-
add your modifier.
Yeah, then you just add
Yes,
the
thank
modifier.
you. Don't re-roll.
I was gonna. Oh, then 21 then.
Okay.
Okay. Don't lose your nat 20 because you forgot to add something you already know.
Lahaba, what did you roll for? What did you roll?
I rolled 6 plus 5, so 11.
Lila, what did you roll?
19.
19.
Yes.
Now, Emma Kyle, there's a reason why Dendro is not in this yet, and that is because you will see. You will absolutely see whenever we get going.
For clarification, we all requested our elements.
Yes, they did. I did not choose their elements. They chose their elements.
You sick jerk.
Which part?
You know I hate the things that involve my damage, and that is exactly what you gave me with my elemental skill, you jerk.
Wait a minute, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Upon damaging herself,
That's how
a
Kooky
ring
works.
of animal.
That is actually how Kooky works in the game, which is the character that
Sick.
you chose.
Sick. I don't care. You're still sick.
Your skill is high risk, high reward.
Whatever.
Zach, do you understand now why I said you're going to be the most annoying?
I have not actually read through it, so hold on.
He's like, I'm just going to raw dog this. I'm all good. All right, let me roll initiative for everybody. That's not you, guys. I got to roll it for all of my creatures here.
Oh, yeah. The normal attack alone is annoying for you to deal with, to be honest.
By the way, Zach is based off of Ayaka. Artemis is based off of Ayaka. Zach has a very special movement that gives him infusion. Yeah, I know, right? Imagine if she had chosen Arlecchino for her character. That would have been a pain in the absolute butt for me to try and work into this game. Holy crap. I did tell him, though, that...
Arlecchino exist when I chose this?
Do what?
I said, did Arlecchino exist when I chose this?
I think she had just came out.
That adds up.
I had banned very specific characters and combinations whenever I started to try to do this. I
should have asked for, like, Dendro Farina.
I would have said no. Let's just be real.
Yeah, I know, but it would have been cool, though.
I would have said absolutely not.
Wait, you would have to give the, you'd probably have to, you'd have to give the pets, like, their own initiative, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
You are so lucky.
I would have had to have given them their own initiative, yes. Now, something else that is going to be different. Mon is going to be joining this fight. To determine how Mon helps and what Mon can do, actually, Mon can't do anything this fight to help you guys, believe it or not. But Mon rolled a 2, meaning that Mon is going to be working with Artemis for this fight. So every time that Artemis goes, Mon also has a turn.
I have a question.
Go ahead. What is your question?
About my thing. So for my dash, does it count as my first? Like, does it count as my turn?
That counts as your movement.
Okay, got it.
But also read the fine print. You have to go at least 3 spaces.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing dash?
That's no. You are now into something very specific. You do not have a dash.
Oh.
His character is vastly different than the other 3 that exist right now. So is Doggy's. Doggy's character is also very unique. Now, Cloud, did you read how the shield works? Cloudy. Cloud. Oh, Cloud's muted. Okay. So.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to unmute. Oops.
You're good. So, can everybody control their character before we get going?
No.
Well, not you. I'm controlling yours. Okay. Arya can.
Wait,
Well,
why
I can.
did you go so far up, Cloud?
No, it's fine. He moved back down. Okay.
I was just testing.
Yeah.
Artemis, can you control yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Cloud, go back
Yes. So,
down?
yes.
Oh. My
Arya, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to move one space up and then 2 spaces on the right.
Okay.
And then Arya will charge attack on the... What is that? Is it a Hydro Slime?
Right here?
Wait.
Right here?
Yes.
That
Yeah,
is a Hydro Slime.
Okay, Arya will charge attack on the Hydro Slime.
Okay, roll that d20 to see if you hit it.
A 7.
A 7?
Oh my god, Arya.
You fully draw your bow, getting cryo infusion in this shot. You fire it at the Hydro Slime, and you are able to connect, inflicting the slime with cryo. And because the slime was an Anemo slime or a Hydro Slime, it is now frozen. Roll me the damage for your charged attack.
So 1d2 plus 1. It was a 4 plus a 1, so 3.
Alrighty, this Hydro Slime is now frozen. When it comes its turn, it has to roll a saving throw to see if it breaks free of the freeze. It is now Hilly Curl A's turn, which is going to be this Hilly Curl right there. This Hilly Curl, seeing Arya, decides, you know what? It is going to actually dig up a rock and take a throw of a rock at Arya. Now, it rolls a 3. Does a 3 hit you, Arya? Look at your armor class. Is a 3 above your armor class?
No, it's...
So, the Hilly Curl, don't... Yeah. I know what it is, but I was going to say don't tell me, but I know what it is. So, Hilly Curl A throws a rock at Arya. Arya is actually able to dodge out of the way. It misses. It is now Wilo's turn. This freaking annoying character.
I'd like to move 4 spaces to the left.
Okay, you want to move?
Yes. And then I'd like to charge attack.
Okay, what would you like to aim?
The Electro Hilichurl?
The electro shooter?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead
Yes.
and roll your d20 for me.
8.
8. So you pull back, fully charging, getting a hydro infusion into this arrow, and you fire it at the shooter. You are able to connect. Roll for damage. What is it on damage?
It is...
It should be a 1d2 plus or 1d4.
24. 1 second. This is 1 plus 1, so 2.
So 2. So you hit it and you do 2 damage. It looks like it barely did anything to this Hilly Curl, but it is afflicted with Hydro now.
Okay.
So it is now the Hydro Slime's turn. The Hydro Slime is frozen thanks to Arya, and it is going to roll a saving throw to try and break free of the freeze. It rolls a 7. It fails the saving throw. It is still frozen. It cannot move. Artemis, it is now your turn.
How far am I allowed to dash?
More than 3 spaces up to your what is your total speed?
Speed. Alright.
You have a movement speed of 6
Oh,
spaces, right?
6.
So
Yeah.
you have to move between 3 and 6. Maximum of 6, minimum of 3 to use that dash mechanic.
I will dash to here and then use my elemental skill.
Okay. So
I am not reading all that.
okay, so basically what your skill does is that it is going to do an AoE electro attack hitting all enemies within 1 space of the enemy that you are trying to hit. So if you're trying to hit this middle one, it will also hit the enemy to the left and to the right of the one that you are targeting. It will also... So go ahead and roll a d20 to see if you hit this enemy.
A 4.
A 4.
I'm gonna miss.
Miss the enemy in the middle. However, go ahead and roll a second and a third d20, telling me what each one is.
A 7 and a 15.
So you do hit the enemy to the left and the right. The one in the middle was able to catch on to what you were doing and actually ducked out of the way. You do 1d4 plus 1 electro damage to each of these enemies. Go ahead and roll that d4 for me twice.
1. And then another 1.
So you do 2 damage to each of these enemies, also inflicting them with electro. Now, because these are considered small enemies, you actually knock them back with that hit. Now, your normal and your charged attacks have electro infusion as well, because you did your dashing mechanic. So, it is now the Berserker Hilly Curl who is the one directly in front of you. And it does not like that you just did that to its friends. And it is going
What up, Mon?
Oh, yes, you are correct. Thank you for reminding me. So, Mon
Yay.
appears next to you and says, "Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I can't believe you can already use your vision that way.
I should have stayed quiet.
You know, I really wish that I could help you out,
Oh, Mama, I want to.
but I don't have any items to help you with. So after this battle, maybe you should ask me how my combat works. So
Can I throw him a beginner's protector?
I can help you. You can try. If you got it with you, you can try and give it to me. You want to give me the protector?
Yeah, I toss the beginner's protector to Mon.
So Mon catches the beginner's protector and says, "I can't do anything with this piece of junk," and drops it on the ground.
Great.
Great. Oh my god.
Mon looks at Artemis and says, "Maybe next time you ask me how I fight in combat before we get into a fight. Then I can explain it to you. But because
Well, maybe you should have been on the lookout.
Nobody asked me, I can't tell you how yet. Maybe if you
That's
ask me, I'll
wild.
tell you." So that is the end of Mon's turn. Now the Berserker Hilly Girl's turn. And it is going to target Artemis directly in front of it, and it is going to do a jump attack. And what a jump attack is going to do is that he is going to... I'm sorry, that is a fighter, not a berserker. Where's berserker? So what he's going to do is he's going to do a wild attack. And a wild attack, he is going to light his club, or he's got a flaming club on him, because a berserker one, which if you guys ever have questions as to what each one is, this is the Berserker Hilly Curl. So he's got that torch of fire at it, and he is going to do a wild attack. And he is going to roll. Artemis, does a 1 hit you?
Huh?
A Paimon in my ear.
Yeah, I know, right? I appreciate it. I'm gonna turn.
Jesus.
I'm gonna turn that down. I appreciate it.
I'm glad I have that mute.
Thank you very, very much for all of that. Artemis, does a 1 hit you?
You're gonna have to explain.
Does on your
armor class
on your sheet where it says armor class?
Mm-hmm. So, like, if it's up to that number, it hits me, or
Yeah.
if it's below, it misses?
So if I roll that number or higher, it hits you. Does a 1 hit you?
Okay. No.
Okay, so it does a nat 1 as well. And what a nat 1 does is it's going to be the worst possible outcome, correct? So the Hilly Girl is going to swing its club on fire, and it is actually going to miss Artemis. But because it was a wild attack, he is actually going to become off step, take a step over, and swing the fire club at the Hydro Slime that is frozen, dealing a melt reaction onto the frozen Hydro Slime. And this is going to do 1d4 damage. So I'm going to roll the d4. And it is going to do 2 damage. Now, a melt, as you guys remember, is going to be, because it is a forward melt, pyro onto cryo in this instance, because the enemy is frozen, it is going to do a ×2 damage. So this Hydro Slime actually takes 4 damage. And this Hydro Slime is on its last leg. Because it was hit with a melt reaction and it has melted the freeze, it is no longer frozen. It no longer has to roll a saving throw to get out of the freeze. Now it is Hilly Girl B's turn, which is going to be this one. There's a fighter, there's a fighter. That's a fighter. Berserker hand. I'm making sure that I might have put something in here wrong. Hang on. Okay, so the
someone has too many enemies on the map.
No, this is what it was right there.
There we go.
That is the shooter. Okay, cool. So Hilly Curl B is this one right here. Now Hilly Curl B is going to see Artemis, see the fool that Artemis just made of its friend, and it is going to dig in the ground, dig up a rock, and throw it at Artemis. Artemis, does a 3 hit you?
No.
So Artemis is able to dodge the rock, move out of the way, and this Hilly Curl is mad. It's making motions. It is so mad that you made a fool of its friend and it missed you. Lahaba, it is now your turn.
I would like to move up 2 spaces.
Okay.
And I would like to attack what I think is Hilly Curl C? No. Okay, A?
The one straight in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one next to
the pyro slime?
Okay.
Are you going to do normal attack or charge attack?
I would like to use charge attack, please.
Okay, so you go ahead and roll me that d20 to see if it hits.
19.
19. So you fully draw your bow back, hitting this enemy with animo. Now, this is where Zucchini was like, what the hell have you created? Because go ahead and roll me for damage on that charged attack.
Okay. Am I rolling a d20?
No. What does it say on your character sheet for a charge attack?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I got you. Three.
So you roll a 3. So you are going to do, and then it says it also causes a swirl reaction, correct?
Fully draws bowl. Deals blah blah blah. If an element is present on the target, it will cause a swirl reaction.
Okay, so you did 3 damage?
Uh-huh.
Now, what the swirl reaction is going to do is that it is going to swirl and spread out this electro element to enemies in adjacent spaces, meaning this pyro slime is now being hit with electro, causing an overloaded reaction. And
What have you done?
And what the overloaded reaction is going to do is that it is going to do.
You just tell me what it does.
It is going to do a. Roll me a d4.
You got it.
You caused this.
It's 4.
It's a 4. Now,
It's a 4.
it's going to deal 4 damage onto this pyro slime, but because it also causes an electro damage, or an electro, is that it's going to do +2 to the 4. So it is going to take 6 damage onto this pyro slime, as well as knocking it 1 space back away from where the swirl happened. Now, because you swirled an element on this enemy, roll me another d4 damage.
Okay, it's a 1 this time.
Okay, so then this takes 1 swirl damage as well. Now, because you swirled it out, the electro goes off of this enemy. This pyro slime is now down a lot of HP after causing that overloaded. It is now the pyro slime's turn. It is going to move 1 space, and it cannot attack because nothing is within its range. So it is going to end its turn. It is now Fighter Hilly Curl A, which is going to be this one right here. And it sees Artemis. And it does actually, you know what? It does not like Lahaba. It just saw what Lahaba did. It was just targeted by Lahaba. So it is going to dig up a rock and is going to throw it at Lahaba. Does a 11 hit you, Lahaba?
Yes.
So an 11 does hit you. It is going to do 1d2 damage. So let's see what that is. That is going to be 1 damage to you, Lahaba. And it is physical damage. You do not have an element applied to you. It is now the Electro Slime's turn, and it is going to just hop forward. Can't really do much. Nothing's within its range. It is now the Electro Shooter's turn. Now this Electro Shooter, it sees that what Lahaba did, and actually it doesn't like it either. So it is going to load an arrow onto its crossbow and is going to take another shot at Lahaba. Does an 8 hit you?
No.
So Lahaba was able to see the arrow coming in that is electro infused, by the way. And Lahaba is going to actually be able to dodge out of the way. It is now the Cryo Slime's turn. The Cryo Slime is going to also target Lahaba.
Jesus Christ.
Lahaba, does a 10 hit you?
If
If
questionable.
it meets or exceeds, it hits you.
Yes.
Okay, so the Cryo Slime hits you. It is going to do 1d2 damage to you. It is going to do another damage to you, as well as inflict you with Cryo. So you now have Cryo on you. Since there is no light blue, I'm just going to choose yellow for Cryo for right now.
And I took 1.
And you took 1 more damage. It is now the Shooter Hilly Curl's turn, which is this turn. And you know what? It thinks that Arya in the back is just sitting too nice and pretty, not doing anything. So it is going to take a couple of steps forward, and it is going to actually take a shot at Arya. Arya, does a 3 hit you?
No.
So Arya is actually able to dodge out of the way from this arrow coming in. Arya, it is now your turn.
So Arya will... One second, let me take a look at the... Arya will use her elemental skill and shield Artemis.
Okay, so for those of you that are unaware, Arya's skill summons a shield for herself that is half of her max HP, what HP do you have? You have 15. So, and it's going to round down, so it is going to give you 7 HP on a shield, as well as share a shield for a quarter of her HP rounding up, meaning that Artemis is going to have a cryo shield of 4 on him now. Now, what else this does is that it is going to... Go ahead.
It says on the first and third turn after casting the skill, the shield around Arya will fire off ice shards, dealing 1d2 crowd damage to a single enemy of choice within 2 spaces of said character.
So that will be not the turn that you cast it, but the next turn, and then the turn. And
Got
then
it.
the after turn. However, if you do keep reading, it says that upon using the skill, the player may then roll a check. If the check rolls higher than a 12, then you can follow it up with a normal attack after using your skill. Do you wish to do that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a flat check, no modifier, d20.
16.
16, then go ahead and do a normal attack. Who would you
Normal
like to target?
attack. The Hydra Slime.
The Hydra Slime. So the Hydra Slime, go ahead and roll me a d20.
A 3. Arya is sad.
A 3, you try to do a very, very quick shot, half drawing your bow, and you actually miss the Hydra Slime. You are not able to finish it off. You are not able to do that last little bit of damage. It is now Hilly Curl A's turn, which is going to be this Hilly Curl right there. And it is actually going to run up to Lahaba, and it is going to swing at Lahaba, trying to do damage. Lahaba, does a 2 hit you?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's me.
Yes.
Hi. What am I?
Your armor class.
Does a what hit me?
Does a 2 hit you?
No.
Okay, so it swings at you, and you are able to successfully dodge out of the way. Wilo, it is now your turn.
I'd like to move this, and then skill.
Okay, so go ahead and move your character where you want. So you are. I just realized something. I don't have something for your skill. We're gonna do this real quick. I'm just gonna use this as a marker. Do not worry, guys. This is not actually here. I'm just gonna use this as a marker for right now. Okay.
Got it.
So the way that the skill works on Wilo is that, Wilo, which direction are you going to be moving?
Down 1.
You're going to move down 1? Okay. And you are going to place a Hydro turret. This is our standing Hydro turret. This is our stand-in Hydro turret right now. It's not really here. This is a stand-in Hydro turret, okay?
No,
Can we
another
leave it
enemy.
that large?
Hey, no way, you backdash and summon an Eye of the Storm.
This is
Can
gonna
that be my actual skill?
This is gonna
Please?
do what? Can this be your
Can
actual
that be my
one?
actual skill?
No, it cannot. So what this is gonna do is that this, every single turn at Wilo's turn, is going to target a random enemy and deal hydro damage to this enemy. So we have within 4 spaces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies within 4 spaces. Oh no, 5 enemies. So I'm gonna roll a d6 to determine what it hits, and it is actually going to hit this berserker over here, dealing 1 d2 hydro damage. So go ahead and use, or go ahead and roll me a d2.
3.
3, so that's going to be 1 damage. So it is also going to put hydro onto this enemy. And now every single one of Wilo's turns, it is going to damage a random enemy. So it is now the Hydro Slime's turn that everybody loves. And the Hydro Slime is actually going to make a move towards Arya. And it is going to try to attack Arya. Arya, does a 3 hit you?
It does not.
So it is unable to hit Arya. Arya just very easily moves out of the way. Artemis, it is now your turn. You still have Electro Infusion.
I will charge attack.
You are going to charge attack. What enemy are you going to charge attack?
I will charge attack the Hilichurl right next to me.
This one right here? Hilichurl A with the red?
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. It will not hit anything else because it would hit this space right here and this space right here. Do you want to change your target? Your charge attack can hit 3 enemies.
It's one enemy adjacent to the target enemy, which means I would hit the Cryo Slime.
Did I word it that way? Let me make sure. As well as one enemy adjacent to the... Okay, that's fine. That's how I worded it. So yeah, that's fine. I meant for it to be within a straight line, but I'm fine with how I worded it.
So would it do damage on the Cryo Slime and the Pyro Slime?
Yes, it would. So
it's gonna bounce from the cryo as well? Wait.
I will allow. I might reword it later on, but we're gonna see. But I will allow for it to hit. I believe it says up to 3 enemies in adjacent squares, correct? As well as charge attack.
As well as one enemy.
Okay. So then I did things wrong on the first turn, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead. It's supposed to be 2, I think. I'll rework that and make sure that it's correct. But right now, we'll go ahead and we'll go with that. So you're going to hit that, and you're going to hit the Cryo Slime. So go ahead and roll me d20s for each of those.
16.
16 does
5.
hit. So you rolled a 16 and then you rolled a 5?
Yeah.
Dang, you missed on the Cryo Slime. So go ahead and roll me a 1d4. A 3, and then it's a 3 plus a 1, correct? I'm sorry, no, it's actually a regular d4. Swings your electro-infused sword. Okay, yeah. Swings the electro-infused sword, dealing 1 d4 to target. Okay, cool. So then, what was that d4? That was a 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you deal 3 damage onto this Hilichurl fighter. Now, this Hilichurl fighter is starting to look like it's taken some good damage. It's not quite on its last leg yet, but it's definitely starting to feel this fight. It is now the Berserker Hilichurl's turn, and this Berserker Hilichurl is still pissed at Artemis. It's not going to wild charge again. It's going to do a regular swing. Artemis, does a 12 hit you?
Yes.
It does hit you, and it is going to do D2. However, you have a shield on you, thanks to your teammate Arya, and it is going to do 1 damage to that shield. You do not take damage. You're now down to 3 HP on your shield. Hilichurl B's turn. It is now Hilichurl B's turn. Hilichurl B is still pissed at you. It is actually going to move over here, get away from some of its teammates, and is going to throw another rock at Artemis. It still does not like Artemis. Artemis, does a 7 hit you? Artemis, does a 7 hit you?
Wait, what?
Does a 7 hit you?
No, sorry. I zoned out.
So Artemis is able to successfully dodge out of the way. This Hilichurl is just getting really, really pissed that it keeps missing you. Lahaba, it is now your turn.
I would like to use my skill. I'm the yellow dot, right?
Yes, you are this one right here.
I would like to use my skill.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Christ.
Christ. Your skill took a lot of working.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it's also keep in mind that the Hilichurl should be infused with Electro, right?
Do what?
The Hilichurl is infused by Electro, right?
This one? Yes, it is. Thank you. So,
while we're questioning things, did he actually get to attack and do damage to the Pyro Slime earlier?
The Pyro Slime? Yes, the Pyro Slime has taken damage.
Okay. From someone other than me?
No.
He was supposed to do damage earlier, yes?
He did damage to an adjacent enemy, which was the cryo slime, but he missed.
Okay, so just one adjacent enemy, not up to 3?
Correct. That's what I said. I read it wrong. I did it wrong on the first turn, and I might rewrite it, but...
I see. Thank you.
No problem. So you want to go where you're at. Now, what her skill does is she is basically Kuki Shinobu. This is Roll20, by the way. She is Kuki Shinobu. So she is going to damage herself by half of her current HP. So that takes you down to how much HP?
7.
7 HP. A ring of animo is created around her, and this ring will pulse every other one of this character's turns for a total amount of 3 pulses, ending after the 3rd pulse. Each pulse will deal 1d2 animo damage to any enemies within 2 space radius. This will also swirl any elements within those 2 spaces and deal 1d4 damage plus modifiers to these reactions. This pulse will also heal party members within its AoE for a quarter of her lost HP. The skill has a 6-turn cooldown.
It'll heal me partially too. Yes?
Not on the first one.
Correct. Okay. Yes.
So the pulse goes out. I need you to roll. You're going to have to roll a lot of armor class checks. You're going to have to roll 3, or actually more than that. So
Armor class?
go ahead and roll a d20 for this enemy in front of you that you are targeting.
18.
Okay, so an 18 does hit. Go ahead and roll a 1d2.
Okay. Even number, so 2.
2, okay. And then roll a 1d4 for the swirl damage.
4.
4. So this hilly curl, you hit it and you take it out. You're able to do enough damage on this hilly curl that it is now dead. Now,
Dead.
the swirl carried Electro out to the slimes. It is going to first hit this slime right here. Roll me an armor class check for this cryo slime.
20.
A 20? So
No. A
yeah, roll,
D20?
yeah. Roll me a 1d20.
11.
11. So you are able to hit the cryo slime. Roll me a 1d4.
4.
4. So you do 4 damage to it. Now, because it is a cryo slime, you also cause a superconduct reaction onto this, dealing an extra 1 damage to the cryo slime. This also, because it's superconduct, is weak to physical damage and will take extra damage from physical attacks. Now it carries Electro over to this pyro slime. Roll me a 1d4.
2.
2. You don't even have to do an overloader reaction. You are able to kill this pyro slime. Now it also carries Electro out to, because it is 2 spaces from the center, out to this hydro slime. Roll me a 1d4.
3.
3. And you are also able to kill this hydro slime. Now it also, because it's 2 spaces, goes out to this enemy. Go ahead and roll me a 1d4.
Oh, it was a 4.
It was a 4. And because it causes electrocharge, it is going to do an extra one, so that is going to be 5 damage to this berserker. It is no longer affected with hydro. Do you guys see what Zucchini said about swirl?
Oh my god.
Okay, it is now Pyro Slime's turn, who is dead.
Wait. Am I healing anybody?
No, because he has a shield and he hasn't taken any damage. So normally, Artemis, have you taken damage? Artemis. Zach.
Look, I was muted. No, I haven't taken damage.
Okay.
I hit the shield for 1.
So you haven't taken damage.
What about
Arya, have you taken damage?
I have not taken
Okay.
any damage.
And then Wilo, have you taken damage?
Have not.
Okay, so then
Okay,
you do
just
not heal
me.
anybody.
Cool,
Yes.
cool.
So- yeah, because you damaged yourself. Yes. Pyro Slime is dead. It cannot move. It is now the fighter Hilly Curl A, who is also dead.
This is great.
Electro Slime, who is still alive. The Electro Slime is going to take a step forward and it is going to target Artemis. Artemis, does a 14 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so it is now going to roll for damage. It is going to do 1 damage because it is a superconduct, because the shield that Arya gives you is cryo and is susceptible to other reactions. Your shield takes 2 damage. You are now down to 1 HP on your shield. It is now the Electro Shooter's turn. The Electro Shooter is actually going to see that Lahaba's looking a little iffy there. on her HP a little bit.
I think he wants you dead.
Does a 19 hit you, Lahaba?
Oh my god.
I know that it does. I know that
You
a
know
19
what?
hits you. Now, Lahaba
What did I call you earlier?
And Lahaba is infected with cryo. That's what this yellow means. So let's see what it is going to do to Lahaba. I need to make sure that I am using my correct things here for my damage. And it is going to do... There we go. It's right there. Okay, cool. It is going to do 2 damage plus a superconduct reaction. So it is going to do 3 damage to you, Lahaba, as well as make you weak to physical damage because it is a superconduct reaction.
Great. Sounds good. Hey, anyone, if you have healing, please help. I killed a lot of people for you.
You're the only healer on this team.
Doesn't Kuki heal herself, though?
Not on the first time that she uses it.
Mm.
And I can't use it again for 6 turns.
The way that this works, though, is that next turn, there will be no pulse from the skill. The turn after that, there will be a pulse, and she heals herself during that turn. So she has to go a full turn before she will gain any healing from her skill.
Will I heal at the beginning of the turn or at the beginning of my turn?
At the beginning of your turn.
Great.
Yes, Kirby, they're starting at level 1. This is their second fight. They just got their visions, and this is the fight that they got thrown into. It is now the Cryo Slime's turn. And the Cryo Slime is actually going to move forward and is going to attack not Wilo, but Wilo's turret. Wilo, one thing I did not put in here is that your turrets have the same armor class as you.
Okay.
Does a 2 hit you? I know it doesn't.
No.
So for some reason, this Hydro Slime or this Cryo Slime just misses attacking this turret. They thought the turret was 1 space over, and it just misses, unable to freeze the turret. It is now Shooter Hilly Curl's turn, who is actually still over here. So Shooter Hilly Curl is actually going to target Artemis. Is going to load the crossbow, and it is going to take a shot at Artemis. Does an 18 hit you, Artemis? And it is going to do 2 damage. Now you have 1 on your shield. Your shield is now broken, and it does 1 damage to you. Yeah, you're not weak to physical. Arya, it is now your turn.
Okay, so at the start of my turn, I do roll 1d2 for cryo damage.
Correct. On to the zombies. I'm going to move the dead ones out of the way just right now. Okay, so yeah, because your skill shoots out, so roll a, doesn't it say of your choice? Don't you get to choose who it shoots, or does it say a random one?
If they're within 2 spaces of said character. So
you got the electro slime or the cryo slime, and you can't damage the cryo slime. Okay, so go ahead and roll me. It skips the AC check, so just go ahead and roll me the 1d2 because it auto targets, because that's how Layla's skill works. What's up, Eric?
It is a 4.
It's a 4, so you're going to do 2 damage to the electro slime. Plus 1 because it is superconduct, so you're going to actually do 3 damage to the electro slime. And then you get to take your actual turn. What do you wish to do?
I would like... Arya is going to move up 3 spaces. Oh wait, God, I did not mean to drop that, actually. Meant to move 3 spaces in front of Artemis, and then Arya will use her elemental burst, which says,
"Yep."
Arya will summon a small snowstorm. This snowstorm has an AOE of 3 spaces from the center, but not including the center. Not including her
Where
center.
She is.
Yeah. The center is directly over Arya. At the time of casting, the snowstorm will attack 3 enemies at random, dealing 1d4 cryo damage to each enemy.
Okay,
and then they're inflicted with cryo.
I'm gonna have to use another placeholder. I didn't expect him to use his burst, so I didn't have one ready. So this isn't real, but we're just gonna pretend that this is here.
I love that.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we got it. So that is the burst. I will have everything here figured out. The snowstorm will attack 3 enemies at random within 3 spaces. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but you can't do damage to that. So basically everything but this and this is on the chopping block for right now. Dealing 1d4.
Is it like this?
No, it's 3 spaces. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then draw a square around it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So if we have 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. So basically this right here. Or 1 over. But yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But you can't deal damage to a cryo slime because it's always cryo.
Yeah. So when they say random, I don't get to choose them, or like...
No. So whenever it says random, this is what we do. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to roll a d6 and see what it lands on. Number 4, which I believe was the electro slime, is one of the ones, because it said 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll me a, and it go ahead and roll a armor class check. Roll me a d20. No, roll me a d20.
Got it. A 13.
A 13. A 13 does hit. Roll me that 1d4 for damage.
3.
3, and because it is a superconductor, it also does 1 more damage. This slime is looking really, really iffy. It is barely holding on, and now it is weak to physical because it was a superconduct reaction. Ooh, that is not physical. That is foo.
Foo.
Okay, roll. Let's see what the random character is again. Number 1. So it is now also going to hit this enemy. Roll me another armor class check.
Yeah, it is a 10.
It's a 10. A 10 does hit. So roll me a d4 for damage.
A 4.
A 4 plus 1 because of the superconductor is going to be 5. So this is looking like it has taken a fair good amount of damage. It's still going though. It's not quite ready to give up, but it is. That's not supposed to be there. I clicked the wrong thing. So this one is still going nice and strong. We have 2. We have 1 more. Let's see. Number 5 would be this right here. So go ahead and roll me 1 more armor class check.
Armor class check. It is an 8.
An 8 does hit. Go ahead and roll me for a d4 damage.
Oh, a 1.
A 1? Okay, so then you just do 1 damage to it. And that is going to be the end of your turn. And then you did read that it will be up again the next turn. It
In
will
the
do
next
all
turn.
of this again.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is now Hilly Curl A's turn, who is dead. Yes, Hilly Curl A is dead. It is now Wilo's turn. Wilo, what would you like to do?
I'd like to move up 3 spaces.
Okay, go ahead and move.
And then I'd like to skill again.
Okay. So which way are you going to move for your skill?
Up 1.
Up 1. Okay, go ahead and move, and I will put a turret there. Our makeshift turret here. Doggy was a late addition. I wasn't quite ready for Doggy to join. Okay. So then what's that?
Never mind.
Okay,
I was
so
gonna say you could just copy and paste.
well, you know. Now, what this 2 turrets is going to do is that is going to deal 1d4 damage to a random enemy within the range of the first tower. So the first tower has a range of 4 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll be able to hit 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to pick a random one between those 4. So we're going to do the closest. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is a 4. So it is actually going to hit this one right here. Go ahead and roll me a armor class check. Jeez,
8.
An 8. An 8 does hit. Go ahead and roll me that 1d4 damage.
3. So 5.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Then the plus the 1 will be 4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I said roll me the 1d4. But so it's not... So every time that you use a skill, the damage that it can do increases. It's not a 1d2 and a 1d4. It's just a 1d4.
Okay.
So what did you say on that d4? How much did it roll?
I rolled 3.
Roll 3? Okay, cool. So you did 3 damage to it, as well as freezing it because it was still inflicted with hydro from earlier. That's going to be our little freeze. That's not the same thing that I did earlier. What did I do earlier? I did this. Okay.
It looked like a hurricane symbol.
Yeah. It's this one. Okay, cool. So the
Yeah.
enemy is now frozen. It is now the Hydro Slime's turn, and the Hydro Slime is dead. It is now Artemis. It is your turn, and you have lost your Electro Infusion. You no longer have it.
I'm going to dash to here,
Yeah, I know.
and then I actually realized I need to do an acrobatics check too.
Where did you dash to?
Above the berserker.
Above
the heart.
Berserker. Oh yeah, that's right, because Monmon's with you. Which Monmon can't do anything, so that's why I haven't been doing the voice. No, you're fine. You don't have to do an acrobatics check on that.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on, let me see.
I do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check. We should have done it on the first one too.
D20 or
Yeah, D20
Yeah, I
plus the
realized.
modifier. It's all right. We're working on the kinks.
did you do? Where is
On your sheet, it should be
Acrobatics.
in that box at the
there?
very, very
Plus
top.
6. 10.
10 plus 6.
Total of
Okay.
10.
Then yeah, you pass that
No,
acrobatics check.
no. 4 plus 6.
4 plus 6, 10. You barely pass the acrobatics check
Oh my god.
for this. So now you have Electro Infusion in your normal and charge attacks.
Okay, so for like elemental skill and burst, is the turn like your turn only, or just like total amount of turns that I've passed?
Wait, say that again?
For like my elemental skill has a 4-turn cooldown. Does that mean 4 of my turns?
Yes,
or...
it is 4 of your turns.
Okay.
Correct.
God, you really don't want me using my burst, do you?
No, that's why Arya's burst only takes 3 turns. Everybody else's takes 6 or 8.
All right.
You guys have you guys have base ER. You don't have any energy recharge on you right now.
Oh, yeah.
That energy
fair.
recharge may or may not decrease the time it takes to charge up your burst.
Great. I will use the normal attack.
Then use normal attack. Okay. Are you gonna on what enemy?
The berserker.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an armor class check.
14.
14. A 14 does hit. Go ahead and roll me that damage for that normal attack, which is gonna be a 1d2 plus 2.
Rolled a 4, so 2.
2.
Plus a 2.
Sorry, 2 plus 1, so that's gonna be 3. I said plus 2. It's gonna be 3. So that berserker is starting to look like you guys have damaged him pretty good. He's still got some fight, but he's kind of getting close. Now that berserker is actually going to turn around to you and do another wild attack. It is going to try and swing that firelit sword or club at you. Artemis does a hand that fell on the ground. Does an 18 hit you? I know it does.
Yeah, it does.
So we are going to roll a 1d4 of damage. You are going to take 1 damage as well as being inflicted with pyro. Hilly Curl B is still alive. Hilly Curl B is the one that is alive. And it is going to actually... It's got Arya right next to him. He's just going to take a swing at Arya. Arya does a 19 hit you.
Oh my god. Yes, it does.
I was going to say, I know it does. Okay, so we're going to see how much
Arya's scared.
damage this is going to do. It is going to do 1 damage to your shield because you still have your shield up. Lahaba, it is now your turn. You do not get healed this turn.
That's me. Okay. I would like to move down diagonally 1 and then to the right 1.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. I would like to do a charged attack and target the berserker.
Really cool. This one right here.
No. What's the one to the top left? Yeah, that.
This one?
No.
That it?
Yeah, that one.
This one? That is the fighter, Hilly Curl.
1, 2. Yeah.
Okay, and you want to do a charge attack? Go ahead and roll me the armor class.
Three.
3 does not hit.
Oh
The
my.
Hilly Curl sees it coming and it is actually able to drop out of the way and dodge it. The Pyro Slime is dead. It is Hilly Curl Fighter A, who is also dead. It is the Electro Slime's turn. Now this Electro Slime, it is actually going to jump up here. And it is going to target Artemis.
Oh my.
Artemis.
Yeah, he just hates the Artemis.
Does an 11
Wait.
hit you?
Yes, it does.
It is going to do a normal attack at you, dealing 2 damage plus an overloaded reaction, meaning that it does 4 damage to you, as well as knocking you back 1 space.
How much damage did I take beforehand?
I think 2. I think you've taken 2 damage. Yeah, 1 damage when you lost the shield, 1 damage from the berserker, and then now 4 damage from an electro slime. How does it feel to get
Hey.
bodied by an electro slime?
What is that? Total 6?
Actually,
Yeah, it's a total of
He
6.
said, or
That's
okay.
6. It is
I'm down
now
to 7.
the electro shooter's turn. He is frozen. He is going to try and break out of the freeze. He does not break out of the freeze. He is still frozen. It is now the cryo slime's turn. The cryo slime is going to try again to attack the turret of Wilo. Wilo, does an 11 hit you? Wilo.
Hello.
Doggy.
Bad.
Does an 11 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. It is going to freeze your turret. You are down to 1 turret. It is now the shooter Hilly Curl's turn, who is still alive and well. And the shooter Hilly Curl is actually going to target Lahaba.
No.
It is going to draw its crossbow. Does a 6 hit you?
No.
Then you are able to dodge the Hilly Curl
Great.
trying to shoot you. Arya, it is now your turn. We are going to do your burst first. And it is going to target 3 enemies within 4 spaces, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Wait. AOE within of 3 spaces of the center,
3 spaces. So we
but not
got
including the. Yeah.
1. So I'm going to do this to make it easier so there's no guessing involved. 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number
Clarifying question.
5. Yes.
You said it was their turn and then automatically said we're going to do your burst first. So does burst automatically activate?
No,
we don't
he
choose
cast his
it?
burst last turn, but it works for 2 turns.
Ah.
So
When do we know if our burst is activated?
it says at the bottom it is active. It cannot be used until a certain number of turns has passed.
Okay, bye.
Bye. What? We're not hanging up a phone call. Okay, so we
No,
have
you were dismissed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies. Number 6 being that cryo slime, which we'll just re-roll if it lands on that. Where did the die go? Oh, there it is. It's number 3. Which one was number 3? 1, 2, 3 right here. All right, roll me an armor class check.
I got you. Wait. My armor class?
Oh, I'm so. Does your burst skip the armor class check? No, you're trying to see if your burst hits this enemy.
Oh, okay.
So roll me a d20.
20.
It rolled a 20.
Oh my god.
Like,
It rolled a natural 20.
yeah, nat 20.
Hey, he shouldn't have to repeat himself.
So roll me a 1d4 damage.
4. Oh, 2.
A 2 plus
Yeah.
a superconduct reaction does 3 damage, killing the Hilly Curl.
That's
Now,
right.
Because you rolled a nat 20.
Uh-huh.
You are also able to get a free hit on this electro slime. Roll me a d4.
All right. Electro slime. Yeah, 4.
Plus 1 because it's an overloaded or a superconduct reaction. Also killing that slime.
Let's go.
You still get 2 more uses from your burst. Number 3, we're going to say that number 3 was that. We're going to roll until we get a 1, 2, or 5. Well, there's a 5 right there. So go ahead and roll me an armor class check to see if you hit this Hilly Curl shooter.
A 7.
A 7? A 7 does hit. Barely hits. Go ahead and
Oh
roll
my
me a
God.
1d4.
2.
2. You do 2 damage. That yellow on that is cryo on it already, so you don't do any reactions. It just keeps cryo. So we're gonna roll. If it rolls an odd number, it's gonna be the red one. If it rolls an even number, it's gonna be this one right here. It rolled a 1, so we're gonna go with this right here. Roll me a d20 armor class check.
18.
18 does hit. Roll me that d4.
A 1.
A 1. So you do 1 damage to it, as well as inflicting it with cryo, which is going to be this yellow. Oop, wrong thing. Which is going to be this yellow. Now, what would you like to do for your turn? Your burst also has finished.
This is considered my 3rd turn, right? I think it's my 3rd one.
This
It should be.
Yeah. So since it's my 3rd turn, I also get a 1d
Yep.
to cryo damage from my shield.
Yep.
So let me roll
To
that
any
as well.
enemy within there. It is a single enemy, correct?
Yeah, single.
A single enemy
closest-
of choice within 2 spaces of said character.
Yes.
So
Let me see the map real quick.
you've only got 1
Um,
possible option.
Yeah.
So this one
So
right here.
yeah,
So roll me that 1d2.
hit the one that's diagonal. Oh, hold on.
Because it skips the armor class check. Because these are auto seeking.
3.
3. Okay, so you're going to
Which
do
would
1
be,
extra damage to it. Okay. Now, what would you like to do for your turn, sir?
Let's see. I would like to. I'm able to recast my skill, right? Since it's already been 3 turns. Oh wait, no. It says 4 turns. My
Yes. So it,
bad. I would like to. I would just like to use my normal attack on the Hilichurl diagonal to me.
okay, go ahead and roll me an armor class check.
Oh my god, a 5.
It does
Arya
not
is
hit.
sad.
It was able to move out of the way. Now, your turn is over, meaning that your cryo shield has disappeared, and you can use your skill next turn. Wilo, it is your turn now.
I'd like to move 4 spaces.
Okay, go ahead and make your movement.
Then I'd like to skill again.
You'd like to use your skill there? Okay, go ahead and move in the direction. Look at that. Is that coming through with the copy and paste? And now it is going to target a random enemy within the radius of the first one, which I believe is only is these 2. Oh, no, and that one. The 2 or 3? Let me make sure on that. Yeah, go through my notes here. Within 4 spaces. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 3 enemies. If it's a 1 or a 2, a 3 or a 4, a 5 or a 6. And it is a 3, so it is actually going to attack this enemy right here. Go ahead and roll me that D20 armor class check on the fighter.
4.
4 of 4 misses. It was actually able to dodge out of the way of your turret trying to hit it. It is now the Hydro Slime's turn, which is dead. Artemis, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm. I will attack the Hilichurl next to me that's inflicted with cryo.
Okay. And you're using your normal attack or your charge attack?
Charge check.
Charge attack. And you do still have that electro infusion?
I rolled a 9.
A 9 does hit onto this enemy, onto this fighter Hilichurl. Go ahead and roll me your, what is it, 1d4 plus 1?
Oh, 1d2.
1d2 plus 1?
No, you're right, 1d4.
1d4, yeah. Go ahead and roll me that 1d4.
It rolled 3.
A 3. So you are going to do 3 damage to it as well as 1 extra because of the superconduct. You have picked up your first kill by defeating this Hilly Curl. Your Electro Infusion also ends with this turn, so you have to dash again to get it back. It is now the Berserkers who is dead. Correct, yes. Hilly Curl B is dead. Lahaba, it is now your turn. You do a pulse of animo damage going out, hitting this cryo slime. Go ahead and roll me an armor class check to see if your skill hits it.
13.
13. A 13 does, in fact, hit. Roll me that 1d4.
4.
4. You are actually able to take out this slime on the pulse. Also, heal yourself.
Nice.
Woo!
Give yourself back, what is it? 1/5 of your max HP, right?
That's what it says.
Okay, so what's your max HP?
16.
16, so give yourself back. It does it say rounding down or rounding up? Or does it not say?
A fifth of her max HP.
Okay, so
Period.
then we'll go ahead and we'll round up for that. So go ahead and give yourself back 4 HP.
Yeah.
Now, what would you like to do for your turn?
Great question.
You have 3 enemies still on the board. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
The ring will pulse every other of Lahaba's turn for a total of 3 pulses,
Yes.
ending after the 3rd pulse.
Yes.
Does that mean 1 pulse per turn per every other turn for 3? Or is it 3 pulses per turn every other turn?
No. So it pulse this turn. It will not pulse next turn. It'll pulse the next turn.
And then it'll pulse 1 more time.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So the pulse that just happened is the second pulse. Because you pulse, whenever you cast the skill, it does a pulse.
It's an initial pulse.
And then I believe that it is.
So I only have the ability to heal myself once in all of those pulses.
No, the 3rd pulse heals you for 2/5 of your full HP, of your max HP.
The 3rd one does?
The 3rd one does. It should.
Okay, I'm not going to argue about that, but it does not say that. So if that's the thing, we should mark it down. But it doesn't say that on my sheet.
Upon the skill ending, it will give a final healing to Lahaba. I will change that to be of 2/5. But yes, it does say that on the final pulse, it will give you 1 final healing.
Yeah.
So you get 2 healings
Got it.
of essentially 6/5 of your match HP. So where it will take you back to full plus some.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I would like to target this one that has set cryo.
Yes, that is cryo. Roll me an armor class check. Are you charge attack, normal attack?
Am I allowed to ask if it's on its last leg?
You are not allowed to ask that.
I see. Any of my friends, do you know how damaged this guy is?
I have no idea.
Wow, if only there was somebody maybe taking notes. I feel like Soup's
I
gonna
don't
be
even
the
know.
Soup's gonna be the note taker.
Time out. Is Mon taking notes?
True.
You can ask
Where's
Mon,
Mon?
but Mon's not with you. Mon is in fact with Artemis, and it is not Artemis's turn.
Whatever.
Oh.
I tried.
You
That's a
did. That
good
was a
idea.
good idea.
Thanks. All right, let me attack it anyway.
Okay, you can do charge attack and normal attack.
Oh, yeah, that's what you asked me.
That is what I asked you.
Give me a charged attack.
Charge attack. Go ahead and roll me an armor class check.
16.
16 does hit. Roll me that. What is it? A 1d2 plus 1? 1d4. You roll me that 1d4.
1d4. 3.
3, and because it has an element on it, you are also causing swirl damage, so roll me another d4.
2.
2?
Yep.
You are able to kill it
Done.
with that extra swirl
you.
damage.
Great job. Go team.
It is now...
Before
What?
my turn ends, am I allowed to move?
You are allowed to move.
Great. 1, 2, 3. 7. Okay. 2, 2, 2.
You are also no longer weak to physical damage.
Okay. Can I move up 3 spaces, please?
1, 2, 3.
You know what? Make it. Hang on. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm getting there. Hang on. Sorry. Yep, that's good. We'll leave her there.
Okay. Pyro Slime is dead.
Thank you.
Fighty Healy Curl A is dead. Electro Slime is dead. It is the Electro Shooter's turn, who is still frozen. If he saves, he can move. If he doesn't, he thaws out after his turn has ended. He does not save, but he still thaws out, but he cannot do anything. He no longer has cryo on him, though. It is now Arya's turn.
Arya looks at Lahaba and asks how much HP she's at. Lahaba?
What?
How much?
Oh,
HP?
how much HP are you currently?
8 out of 16.
Would it? So Arya reaches out into her bag and gives Lahaba a carrot so she could heal.
Oh, unfortunately, the carrot is not edible in its current state.
That's okay.
It's still covered in dirt. It hasn't been washed yet.
Oh
No,
my god. I will
well,
eat it dirty.
So,
If you, in fact, eat the carrot, while it does taste kind of dirty and gritty, it does not give you any HP.
Whatever.
It is a raw ingredient.
okay, let me erase that from my bag.
No, keep it in your bag. Don't give it to her. It's not going to do anything.
Oh, okay. Since this is my. Wait, let me count. 1, 2. Okay, I'll say where I'm at, and I do a charge attack against the electro shooter.
Okay, go ahead and roll me armor class check.
Oh my god, a 3.
A 3
Why?
misses.
Oh, I missed like twice already. Arya's sad.
Hilly Curl. By the way, this Hilly Curl A this whole time has been this guy, but he's just too terrified because he was the one that ran away. That he saw you kill his friends. He has brought his friends back and he is too terrified to fight. That's why he has not gone. Wilo, it is now your turn.
I'd like to move 2
trying
spaces.
to die?
Which way?
Left,
And what would you like to do?
and then I'd like to charge attack
Okay, on to what?
the shooter below.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an armor class check, and then we'll also do your skill damage. Because it still hits the enemies before they go away.
14.
14 does hit. Go ahead and roll me, what is yours, a 1d4?
1d6, I think.
No, it's a 1d4. Nobody's got a 1d6 yet. Come on.
Okay.
Don't try and sneak whatever on me.
I promise.
What'd you roll?
3.
What'd you roll?
3.
A 3? Okay. And
Yes.
then we're going to go ahead and do your skill damage as well. Now, the only enemy within its range is actually the electro shooter. So let's see if you're able to hit it. You are able to. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're supposed to roll that. Go ahead and roll that for me. I'm not going to give it to you for free. Roll me another d20.
Two.
A 2. A 2 does not hit it. It is
Okay.
now Artemis's turn.
Let me see. I will dash over to the electric shooter.
Okay.
I have to roll acrobatic. 17 plus
17
6.
passes. Yep.
Okay. I will use a normal attack.
Go ahead and roll that armor class check.
4.
4 misses. As you pop up out of the ground from your electro ayaka-ness, you swing the sword and the hilly curl is actually able to dodge it. It is now Lahaba's turn. You guys are struggling on these last 2. Just taking them out.
I would like to attack the hilly curl who is 3 spaces above me, please.
With a normal attack?
I will go ahead and do another charged attack. Why not?
Did you do one last turn?
Oh, hang on. I did. Okay, normal attack it is.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an armor class check.
11.
11, and 11 does hit. Roll me that 1d2, I believe. Yes, roll me that 1d2.
Yes. It is an even number.
Okay. So you hit him, and he's starting to feel it. I mean, he's only taken 1 hit, but you know, if you remember how weak the hilly curls were beforehand, before you had elements, didn't take too much to beat them.
Hush!
I hear Floofy. You just yelled
I'm
into
so
your mic right
sorry.
away.
I did. I didn't mean to. Oops.
Okay, it is now Arya's turn, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, it is. No, I'm sorry. It's not. It's Electro Shooter's turn.
Oh, okay.
It is the Electro Shooter's turn. So the Electro Shooter is going to load an arrow onto its crossbow, and it is actually going to try and shoot Wilo. Wilo. Does a 4 hit you? I know it doesn't hit him.
Hello?
Wilo, doggy. Does a 4 hit you? Okay, so it takes a shot. You are able to dodge out of the way. Arya, it is now your turn.
Okay. I move. Oops. Did not mean to draw again.
Why are you leaving on that?
1 second, hold on. Okay, I move 1 space to the left. And then I just do a normal attack
On what enemy?
on the electro shooter.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an armor class check.
Oh my god, a 7.
A 7 does hit. Just barely. You are able to connect. Go ahead and roll me that damage. It's a 1d2, right? 1d2 plus 1? Or just regular 1d2? It is a 1d2.
1.
Okay, so you do 1 damage to that electro shooter. He kind of shrugged that off a little bit. I mean, he still works from where from everything else, but that didn't seem to have too much of an effect on him. Wilo, it is now your turn. And I believe that at the end of this turn, this goes away. Or does it? Hang on, let me make sure it doesn't go away at the beginning.
Like to move right 2 spaces.
Okay, go ahead, make your movement.
And then elect a normal attack.
A normal attack on what enemy?
The hilly trail to my right.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an armor class check.
19.
Okay, that does hit. Go ahead and roll me that 1d2.
1.
A 1. It
1.
is still alive, but it's struggling. Artemis, it is now your turn.
What's the still the Electro one?
Okay, you're gonna do a normal attack or charge attack?
Normal attack.
Normal attack, go ahead and roll me that AC. Get armor class check.
10.
10, a 10 does hit. Go ahead and roll me that 1d2 plus 1.
3.
A 3. So that is going to do 2 damage to it. It is on its final leg, but it is still alive. Also, you
Just
have
kill it.
lost your electro infusion. Lahaba, it is now your turn.
All right. My burst should go out now, which means I should heal more, and I should also heal whoever that is. Arya, maybe?
Arya has taken no damage.
Great. Heal me,
I
please.
think
Did you take 1 damage?
I think Artemis took damage.
Yeah, but Artemis isn't within her burst range.
My
Yeah.
my burst range is 3 spaces.
Also,
Right.
your burst doesn't heal you anymore.
No, 2 spaces.
Your burst gives you no extra healing.
My pulse?
No, yes, your pulse does. I thought you said your burst.
No.
Yeah, so your pulse goes out, does not connect with any enemies, but it does give healing to both you and Lahaba and Arya for a fifth of your HP, which we said earlier was 4. So go ahead and heal yourself 4 more. Now, because of how I have it worded for yours, how it's supposed to be, you heal 8.
Right.
Arya heals 4, you heal 8. So it should take you back
Right.
up to full.
It does. Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to charge attack.
So you're not going to use your burst.
I'm not able to.
Okay. Oh, okay. You meant earlier when you said burst, you meant skill. Okay, I got you now. Okay, got you.
Yeah. I think I meant like my pulse.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got you.
Remind me when this is done to talk about my burst though.
Okay.
Okay. Charge attack. The hilly churl 3 spaces above me.
Go ahead and roll me the armor class check. Please roll low.
19.
Okay, 19 does hit. Go ahead and roll that 1d4.
Did you say please roll though?
Maybe.
1.
1. You hit this hilly curl, and it is on its last leg, but it is
Oh my god.
still alive. You know when
Does
you're
my
Barely.
playing,
swirl?
you know, oh no, there's no elements on it. You can't cause swirl if there's no element on it.
Great. Okay.
You know how whenever you're playing Genshin,
Wait, I had Electro infused.
not on it, it ran out. The electro infusion
What?
lasts for 1 turn, right? You've been at this electro shooter for 2 turns.
Oh yeah.
I dashed to it, hit it with the Electro, and
No,
then
it's
twice though, didn't I?
It's not that hilly curl, a different hilly curl.
Hmm.
This does have electro on it, though. You are correct on that. But she's talking about this one up here, not
Oh,
this one down
okay.
here.
My
So it is on its last leg. You know, it's like when you're in the abyss and you're at 6 minutes and 59 seconds for your clear because that
Hey.
one thing stayed alive too long. That's what this one's doing to you guys right now. It is now the electro shooter's turn. And the electro shooter is going to try and go out in a blaze of glory. It is going to load a shot onto its crossbow, and it is going to take a shot at Arya. Arya, does a 10 hit you?
Yes.
So it is going to do an electro shot of a 1d4. It is going to do 2 damage to you as well as inflict you with electro. Arya, it is now your turn.
I do a charge shot on the electro shooter.
Go ahead and roll me that armor class check. Please roll low.
14.
14 does hit. Roll me that 1d2 plus 1 damage.
It is. Oh, I need to roll that again.
Oh, it wasn't the right number.
No, I did a negative instead of a positive. A 2.
A 2
It was a 1 plus 1.
plus 1. So you shoot, you connect with this electro shooter, and finally it goes down.
Woohoo!
I missed him like 3 times. Oh, and before my turn ends, I yell over at Artemis and say, "Hey, what was the thing in your item that Momo dropped in the ground?"
Oh, the beginning.
The beginner's protector.
But I reach out to the ground and pick up the beginner's inspector.
Good, nice. I'm glad you remembered that.
Now
I was
it's in
gonna
my
leave
bag.
that. I was gonna let that stay there.
Nice. Good job.
Now, Hilly Curl A sees that
Needs to
all
die.
of its friends are felled, and it has decided that it is going to run away.
Can I dash after it?
Before it runs away,
Why
as
would
it's
it
running
not
away,
Lilo, it is now your turn.
No, we're not in combat anymore. He's leaving.
No, the combat's still up. He's still within there. He's just trying to get away. Lilo, it is now your turn. What do you wish to do?
Who is still alive?
This right here with
The one that's
1
running away.
HP.
Okay. I'd like to move 4 spaces.
Move forward spaces. Go ahead and move your character.
And
Go
then I'd like to normal attack.
Go ahead and roll that armor class check. If you don't roll high enough, I'm going to laugh my butt off.
I hope he fails.
Stop it.
11.
What'd you roll?
Yes.
11.
An 11 does hit no matter what you roll on damage. It is going to put this poor Hilly Curl out of its misery.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Yay.
Now that everything is done, now that you guys are out of combat, you see next to Lahaba an uncommon chest spawn. Lahaba, would you like to open this chest?
I would love to open this chest.
Lahaba's going through it.
Lahaba's been going through.
Lahaba lost almost all her HP and gained it all back.
So, for an uncommon chest, everybody gets 150 Mora.
Woohoo!
150, nice.
Make sure I'm not on the correct one. Oops. And 2 spins of this wheel. Lahaba, you get a block of cheese.
Yay.
Go ahead and add that
Love
to your
cheese.
inventory. As well as a beginner's protector, another 1-star pole arm. Now, it also comes with a spin on the uncommon chest's weapon, which are 2-star weapons. Lahaba, you also get a... Hang, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. That's not correct. I am going to change something real quick. They're supposed to be weighted, and they are not weighted. Let me weight them. real quick. You're supposed to be.
We can see everything.
I know. That's fine. That's just
Okay.
an uncommon chest. If it rolls another 1 star, I'm gonna laugh. A dull blade.
It will.
Oh,
No, twice. Insane.
You get 2 weapon spins on an uncommon chest. So you do get a dull blade. What is the other weapon? Will somebody be getting a 2-star weapon? Will somebody be getting a 2-star weapon? And you get a hunter's bow.
what I already have.
So you got 2 1-star weapons.
So excited!
So excited. Now, you guys.
I walk up.
Go ahead.
I walk up to Momo and I scream at him. Why didn't you help us?
Well, you know, if you guys had asked me what I can do in a fight, I would have told you, but nobody asked me, and I knew I didn't want to like blurt it out.
All right, Momo. Now that we have some free time, why don't you tell us exactly how like, and what, and how you get to fight with us?
So, I have this really cool ability of being.
To annoy us.
Oh yeah, well that too, but of being able to extract elements from certain items and apply them to enemies for you guys. So if somebody wanted to cause a certain reaction, if they give me the right item, I can pull the element out of it and put that element on the enemy before they attack.
All right. So what's the first ender item we get?
Oh, I don't know the specific items. You've got to, if you give me one, I can try and extract it. If I fail extracting it, though, the item's broken. I can't save it. But if I succeed in extracting it, then I can apply that element to the enemy.
Got it. So Arya takes
Go ahead.
her bow out and then charges a shot. And then I look at Momo. So can you extract this arrow that is now infused with cryo?
I can't. It has to be a naturally occurring item.
Okay. So I uncharge my bow and I put it back in my backpack.
Lahaba, did you have a question for me?
I do, and I don't want you to take any offense.
You okay? I love you guys.
If we go back to Catherine, how much money would it cost to buy box 3?
Oh, you know, actually, I can kind of tell. Those are already gone. Other adventurers got them. You're stuck with me for good.
Great. Thank you.
Soup's gonna kill us all, by the way.
I
Oh,
know.
by the way, Momo.
I know that we're just gonna be the bestest of friends, like forever and ever and ever. And my name is Man. It's not Momo. It's Man.
Yeah, Momo's better than this.
I wrote down Momo. Not gonna lie.
Oh, what is this? What you consider Momo? How dare you?
Okay, I look at Mon and I tell him, Mon, have you seen a bard around this statue? I'm just curious.
A bard? No, this is only my second time coming to this statue. I was fished out of the lake further north of here. I wasn't fished out of here. Like I was fished out of the big lake, or it might even be an ocean. I don't remember what the water tastes like.
Can I ask Mon what type of items he can extract element from?
So it has to be an element. If you give me an element, if you give me an item, I can tell you whether or not I feel something coming from it and whether or not I might be able to extract it. But like he said, when you were feeling the boxes, there's about a 50-50 chance that I'll be able to extract the element.
Oh my god.
I look at Artemis and it's Mon is probably talking about like those electro crystals that the rocks. Maybe like any like materials like those.
Maybe so. I'd have to like see it, or you know.
We should
give
give him
it
a
to me.
bunch. We should give him the slime drops if we ever find any.
Oh, the slime drops. I tried those before. Those don't quite do it. There's a little.
I am
bit
going
of
to
elemental
murder
energy,
Mon,
but not a ton. Not enough for me to pull it out of there. It would take a really, really good fighter companion to be able to pull it out of those.
Okay, before we leave,
I hate
Aria
you so
walks up.
much right now.
Aria walks up to the river and washes her carrot. So now let me write down on my character sheet like clean.
Wash carrot. Great, thank you. Can I do an investigation check for a cooking spot?
Oh yeah. If you want to cook something, there's a furnace outside of the Good Hunter back in Mondstadt that we can cook at.
Great, but there's not one here.
No. Now, if you want a portable stove, you might be able to get like a blacksmith to make one for you if you get the right materials.
Okay.
No.
Oh, before we
It
leave,
sounds
also,
like yes.
What was that for,
Aria-
Zach? Did you just realize something?
Aria runs to the statue 7 once more, and then tries to catch one of the crystal flies flying around there.
You need to roll an investigation check to see if there are any there.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So roll me an investigation check.
Let me. Okay. So I approach and then I do an investigation.
Roll me that
Let me-
investigation check.
I got you. Hold on.
Gosh, Cloud's skipping some of my notes. Did you get a copy of my notebook?
It is. Oh my God, Aria.
What'd you roll?
It's a 9. It's a 4 plus 5, 9.
So Arya approaches the statue of 7 and sees something kind of glimmering, but it's out of the corner of her eye. She can't quite make it out.
God damn it.
Maybe
Can I investigate?
You sure can investigate. You
Great.
approach the statue of 7, and you need to roll me an investigation check.
15.
A 15? So,
Plus, wait, 15 plus 5.
so Lahaba notices that what Arya was noticing was, in fact, a crystal fly. Which is a
Yes.
little tiny fly that has a crystal on its back. Arya, what would you like to do with this crystal fly?
I make.
Arya
I-
or Lahaba, what would you like to do with this crystal fly?
Oh, actually, I look at Lahaba and I tell her, quick, catch the crystal fly before it leaves.
Okay, I run after the crystal fly and jump to catch it.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Great. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Plus your modifier.
18.
18. So Lahaba jumps up in the air, grabbing the crystal fly, and as she grabs for it, part of the crystal fly kind of dissolves away, and all that she's left with in her hand is the crystal of the crystal fly. And as you're looking at it in your hand, Mon flies up from behind you and goes, "Oh, those are really, really cool. What these can do is if one of you reaches 0 HP in a fight, this can bring you back."
You did not make these fairies from Legend of Zelda.
What?
No, actually, that's crazy.
What?
So Lahaba, put that crystal fly into your bag. And as you're doing so, Mon says, "By the way, you can't bring somebody back in combat. You have to wait until after it's done to bring the person back."
Got it.
May I heal up at the Statue of 7?
You can, in fact, all heal up. I will tell you that there will be no fighting before you get back to Mondstadt.
That's fine.
I will still
no.
heal.
So everybody is full HP. Go ahead and I'm just gonna pretend like Dog is over here too. Everybody is
Can I
full
request
HP.
a timeout?
What is your timeout for? I mean, I know that we need to order dinner, but
Well, not that. I need 2 seconds.
go ahead. Yeah, Akio, is my mic also picking up her sometimes too? Are you chasing Floofy to get him to shut up?
This is why Momo's better.
No, my phone was about to die.
Yeah,
your
Momo.
Momo is
Can
not here.
people hear me from your closed door room?
Faintly, just barely. There's
Okay,
a charger out
I'm
there
good.
in the skull.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so
Wait. My adventurer friends. Mon can extract an element from an item. What item we don't know, and then she can apply it to an enemy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
so
Wait. Oh, before
go ahead.
we leave again, I would like to do an investigation check around the statue 7 to see if there's any elemental rocks or materials around.
So go ahead and roll me that investigation check.
And it is 14 plus 5, 19.
19. Nice. No, there are none.
Damn. All right, I tried.
You know for certain that there are none because of that high roll.
I think in the game there is some though, no?
Well, there's
It's
not
down here in the water. It's down in the water, I think.
They're not
something.
here.
Okay, keep going. Okay.
So Mon looks at you guys and says, well, now that we've finished this, now that we've got your visions, we should probably return back to Mondstadt and let Catherine know, so that way we can finish our first official quest as adventurers. What do you guys say? Yeah, Arya, you're running a little fast. Why are you running from me?
Arya turned back around. My bad. That sounds good.
I wasn't done talking. If you want, I can sit next to you the whole way back, and I can tell you about my favorite.
we just leave Mon behind. As she's like mid like conversation.
Yeah. On the way back. Yeah. When we get back, I want to use an investigation check on the way.
Okay, so as we are walking away from the Statue of Seven, walking back up to the path. We get up to the path where we had walked down, and Artemis wants to run an investigation check in this area. Go ahead and roll me said investigation check.
15.
A 15. So you notice that there are a couple of flowers. They almost look like a flower that might be a little sweet, also known as a sweet flower. And then a little further back, you notice that there is another plant, one that you haven't really seen too much. And it looks a little different. It's almost like there's heat coming off of it, almost like pyro coming off of it. And it
May I
is, in
ask
fact,
Doggy to hit it?
there
and
is
cool
no
it off?
doggy here, but there is.
Oh, sorry. I don't know the name, so.
Wow.
Wilo.
There is
Why-
a
why low?
Wilo here.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
I'm asking Wyler to hit the heat flower to cool it off so I can grab a salmon.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and roll me.
What I do?
Go ahead and roll me a strength check. No, I'm gonna say a dexterity check. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
2.
A 2. So you do a charge shot at this flower, missing it, and you are
I look
unable
at-
to hit it.
I look at Artemis and say, I got this. So I take my bow and take a charged cryo shot at the flower.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check. And this is, in case you're wondering, in case there is any question about what it is, this right here is the plant that you are looking at.
It's 10 plus 3. So
Is what
13.
I thought it was. Okay, yeah.
A 13.
Of course it is.
As you hit it, you notice that the flame kind of dissipates a little bit, making it cool enough to touch.
I walk up and grab it.
Okay, so you pick up the flower or the fire stamen plant. You pick up the bulb of it. So you may now put the flaming flower stamen into...
What do I call this?
The flaming flower stamen. Say that 10 times fast.
That is not gonna fit.
Into, just put flame flower. Put flame flower.
Okay.
Into your bag. And Mon looks at you and says, I can feel a lot of elemental energy coming from whatever you just grabbed.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Aria takes notes.
I would also like someone to grab these sweet flowers, or I'll just
There
grab
are
them.
2 sweet flowers. Who would like to grab them?
Do they count as one bag slot, or just are they separate?
No, it's one item times 2.
Okay.
So 2 bag slots.
No, you could put sweet flower times 2 in 1 bag slot.
Okay.
I'll grab them.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check. As
Oh,
you
the
bend
number
down.
of bag slots matters. Got it.
Yes, it does.
My handwriting's too big for this. I'm keeping notes and
Yeah,
a
and
thing.
I'll fill it out for you.
Yeah, you're ready for this one? 19 plus 6.
19 plus 6. So you bend down, you grab the flowers, you're able to get them all intact. You don't break one along the way, and there are no whopper flowers hidden.
Oh, you just had to throw that in there. I almost forgot those to happen.
So, with your investigation check earlier, though, you do not spot anything else. And
Alright, so we're
Mon
clear
looks
for
and
this.
says, okay, guys, I guess we should just kind of keep going back to Mondstadt, huh?
Sounds
Can I
good.
use knowledge of the game real quick?
Do what?
On the way back can I use my knowledge of the game real
Of
quick?
course, you may.
On the way back at the crossroads where we first were after leaving Mondstadt, I know there's a campfire there.
There is a
I know
campfire
this.
there.
I was about to say that too.
There is, in fact, a campfire. It is actually right up around here that there
It is right where we are.
the campfire. And as you walk up, you notice that there is another adventurer standing beside this campfire. And she looks at you and she says, oh, hi, friends. Me, I'm an adventurer and I love to come out here and I love to cook. If you guys ever need to use my campfire, you go right on ahead and use it.
I would like to ask the adventurer if she has any recipes to share with us.
So the adventurer says, I might have 1 or 2. Lahaba, will you please roll me a charisma check?
Ooh.
Okay. Yes.
What did you roll?
16 plus 5.
So the adventurer looks at you and says, I heard that if you take fowl and sweet flowers and you cook them together, you can actually make a really good chicken recipe.
Ooh.
But I don't really know of anywhere around here to get fowl other than buying some at Good Hunter.
So for the fowl and sweet flour recipe, does it do anything extra for you, or is it just a tasty meal?
For me, it's just a tasty meal. And as she's finishing that sentence, Mon comes in and says, it'll heal about 3 HP for you.
Thank you, Mon.
No problem, bestie.
I look at Artemis and say, hey, why don't you give the sweet flower to Lahaba? So she can make
hand
this
over
fowl dish.
the sweet flowers.
So the
Who has a fowl?
Yeah, who does have the fowl?
I do.
Okay.
Lahaba does.
So the adventurer looks over and says, wow, you guys do have fowl? Where did you get it from? Maybe I can get some from there.
Little boy Timmy.
I look over to the left and point at the bridge.
As you
Little boy
do,
Timmy.
as you do, 2 more pigeons land on the bridge.
Ooh.
What would you guys like to do?
Wait. We still need to. Lahaba, why don't you try giving the adventure so the adventure could cook it for you?
Yeah, I can cook while somebody shoots some more fowl. How about that?
That's fine.
I would like to cook, but it doesn't matter right now. Just make it start happening.
So, are you guys on the correct map? Did I move you to the map? No, I did not. Hang on 1 second.
No.
No.
Now, are you on the correct map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so who is going to go over and try to shoot more of Timmy's birds?
I walk up to the bridge and take out my bow for a charge shot.
Okay, there are 2 pigeons there. If you roll a 17 or higher, I will let you hit both.
I have an idea. Can I dash into them and paralyze them with the electro?
If you dash into them, you will kill them. And you will have to roll an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me try it.
I draw my bow and put the arrow back.
And you
in my
see
backpack.
Artemis trying to dash past you to the middle of the bridge. Artemis, roll me a dexterity check. You have to beat. I'm gonna say you have to beat a 12. No. Hang on, don't tell me yet. You have to beat a 15.
So I rolled an 18 and I have a +6 to dexterity. So
Okay, so Artemis, you dash in, and as you come out of the ground with Electro, you are able to kill both of these pigeons. They are none the wiser. They are 2 foul on the ground.
Yes. I turn over to Lahaba, who's cooking currently, and I like have my fist up and like cheering
As
to let her know that you have it.
Arya, as you turn back around to see what Artemis is doing, as Artemis is trying to pick up these 2 fowl, you see right at the end of the bridge, little Timmy staring there with a look of horror on his face as you have just watched him kill more of his best friends.
I wave from the campfire and say, "Great job, guys! Keep it coming!"
There are no more pigeons in the vicinity of this bridge right now.
I turn back around and go back to the campfire.
So I go back to the campfire and I look at Mon and I ask, "Hey, is there by the river near Mondstadt the river in front of us? Is there any fishes nearby?"
There can be some fishes in the water. Yeah, I think it kind of depends though, like how quiet you guys are. But seeing that other one just destroy those pigeons, all the fish swam away.
Okay, that sucks. Got it. Thank you, Mon.
Oh, no problem, bestie.
Okay, how many fowl do I have now? I have 3 fowl, and then I have how many sweet flour did you originally give me?
2.
2? Okay, so I would like to make 2 chicken dishes and then return 1 fowl to Artemis.
Okay, so roll me a let me see what I want these to be. We're gonna make these a performance check. You're trying to perform. I know that's not normally what it would probably be under. It'd probably be under just a regular dexterity check, but I'm gonna call it a performance check. I'm gonna use that's gonna use charisma. Never mind. We are gonna use dexterity. So just roll me a dexterity check. You've got to beat a 10 to cook a dish correctly. At least this.
Okay, am I rolling once or
roll
twice?
Twice. 2 d20s.
Okay, I got 10 plus 4.
Okay, so you do successfully create this recipe.
And then I have 13 plus 4.
Okay, so again, you do successfully cook both of these, and let me get the official spelling for you. It is a sweet, I guess, a sweet madame's sweet. Let's see here. I'm pulling up a picture real quick. That way you can see it. There we go. So this is the dish that you just cooked. It is called a sweet madame. If you want to put
Now, I have a
2
question.
in your inventory and then give 1 of the fowl back to Artemis. Yes, Artemis, what is your question?
Is this a normal dish, a perfect dish, or signature
This
dish?
is a normal dish.
Are you sure? My rolls were real high there.
Yeah, you got to roll a 20, a nat 20.
Whatever.
Damn.
Hey, we just got information for free, guys.
You did just get information for free. So you now have, make sure that you put those in your inventory as I see Arya going across the bridge back into Mondstadt.
Yeah, I yell out to the group. Come on, guys. The sun is not gonna get any brighter.
Okay, weirdo.
So you guys cross the bridge back into Mondstadt, and as you're entering Mondstadt, you walk right in front of Catherine, and she looks at you as you guys walk past her and says, "Ad Astra Abyssosque, and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How did it go?"
Can I do something?
Yes, go ahead.
So, as we're passing by the bridge, I wave the last foul we have at Timmy.
Timmy sheds a tear, and his tear hits the ground.
Can we collect it?
As he yells back at you, "I'll tell mommy about you too."
Oh, you actually have parrots?
He does have parrots. The parrots are on the square in Genshin.
Okay, sorry. He has a mother, but his father bit left. So
Yeah, so his
I can't
mom,
do
yeah.
that. Damn
Is
it.
it the parents over? Is it the parents over
God
here?
damn it. How
No, the
dare
parents
you?
the parents are in here. They're like up here
Oh.
next to the blind girl, and
Oh,
then sometimes
okay.
down in the square. So Catherine then says,
You just let me have it.
"Were you successful in obtaining your visions?
Yep. I take my vision out and show her.
Congratulations, you 4 are officially adventurers with the Adventurers Guild in Tevat. I wish you all the best. Now, you guys should go get some rest. You've had a long and tiring day, I'm sure. Next time that you guys are looking for a quest, be sure to stop by here and see what commissions have been submitted for our newest adventuring party. Now, I will let you explore Mondstadt if you wish, or we can end it here.
Wait, okay. Before we end it, Arya walks up to the hunters.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Come
what-
back. I forgot one
Oh.
thing. As Catherine congratulates you, she says, "For completing this quest, here is your reward of 100 mora each, as well
100 mora?
as well as a pack of dandelion seeds." And,
Pack of
One
dandelions.
pack per
and
player.
one single pack. Who would like it in their inventory?
I look at Lahaba and say, she can have it.
So
Okay.
Catherine hands it to Lahaba, and as Lahaba is grabbing it to put it in her bag, Mon says, "Oh, I feel some elemental energy coming from those too."
Okay.
Can I ask Mon what elemental energy she feels? Which element?
Genshin knowledge would tell you it's anima. I feel like
Wow.
Lizzie's gonna come in here and punch me.
I was about to say, what does relationship knowledge tell you?
It would be
Thank
animo.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
now you guys are free to explore. You're free to ask questions. Go around. If there's anything in Mondstadt that you want to ask, Mine will be happy to answer.
Can I ask God a question?
You can ask God a question.
Okay, great. I have 2 questions.
Go ahead.
On my original character sheet, I had a space that told me my level. On my second character sheet, I do not have a level.
So, something else. That
Wait, no, that's
you should have a
backwards. Just
level.
kidding.
Yeah, you should have a level 1 now.
That's backwards. Yes. Okay.
Whenever the session ends, I'll go ahead and do it now. I was going to do it whenever the session ends. Everybody gains 20 experience going up to level 2. All 4. Everybody's HP goes up by 5. Everybody's max HP goes up by 5.
Okay, what level are we?
You're now
2?
level 2. As well as getting a stat point that can either go into attack, defense, EM, ER, or HP.
Wait,
So
how many experience points do you get?
you get
again?
20 experience points, taking you up to 25, making
Got it,
you
25.
now level 2.
Got it.
And then 5 HP points.
And then 5 HP. Everybody's max HP goes up by 5.
Nice.
And you
Okay.
get a single stat point to put it right under your name on your character sheet. There's attack, defense, EM, ER, HP. You can change.
How many points do we get for these
1.
stats?
You get 1
Okay.
stat point to put into a stat. Now, next to your name, to the right, below where it says your element, it says what your damage scales off of.
Oh, right under vision element?
Yeah. For instance,
Really?
Lahaba
Yeah?
says EM scale stat is her scale stat. Now, Lahaba's healing is based on her HP. Her damage is based on her EM. Yes, Zach.
So I
there's
guess
there's a very specific reason that you go off of EM.
Mm-hmm.
And that is for when Dendro gets introduced. I am helping you by making your skill stat EM. Do you know why I banned Dendro?
Too much damage early, I'm
Do
guessing.
you know what Hyper Bloom would be like with you being able to dart around and hit blooms?
Hey, when
It
do I get
sounds
to
like
do this in game?
a good idea.
That's why Dendro's banned in Mondstadt.
Okay. God.
Yes.
Under my elemental burst
Mm-hmm.
and elemental skill.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm gonna ask for this for my elemental burst, I need to ask for it for my elemental skill, even though it will possibly put me at a disadvantage on my elemental skill.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
Okay, so elemental burst
Mm-hmm.
says by stabbing an arrow into the ground, Lahaba unleashes a strong burst of animo.
Mm-hmm.
This burst has an AoE of 2 spaces, dealing 1d6 of animo damage to all enemies within an area, an AoE.
Yep.
If any enemy is inflicted with an element, this will cause swirl reaction, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
This burst can be used once per fight and cannot be used until the 8th turn of the fight.
Correct.
How do you feel about until the 8th turn? So, for instance, we got to 4 turns in that last fight with that many enemies.
Yes.
It would be it would have to be tracked fight to fight. But for instance, the next fight, another 4 turns, I'd be able to use it. Because in Genshin, if you do not use your burst, you do not lose your burst just because you're not fighting.
You know, that is a very, very good point. And I'm going to change something real quick to where now it says the current fight. And I will be changing that on everybody's.
Are you kidding me?
I am not.
So you're just trying to put us at a disadvantage.
Not necessarily, because as you guys get more accustomed with this, the fights are going to go by much faster. And you're going...
Right, which means I won't get to 8 turns.
No, what I mean by much faster is that you guys will be able to go through your turns each time. And the number of enemies may decrease while making them stronger.
Yeah.
It is balanced right now in a way that I think is fair. If it comes out that it is not balanced fairly, I will change it.
The last fight we had took almost 2 hours.
You are correct, but like I said, it'll get smoother. Where you're not going to be thinking as much. It's going to be much more. You don't have to sit there and read everything. Right. You'll get more accustomed to how it will work. And like I said, if it's turning out that you're not able to use your bursts as often, then I will change that.
Okay, so then under my elemental skill, should it say current fight? Because right now at the end it says this skill has a 6-turn cooldown.
So once the fight ends, the skill ends, and you have to start over.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize, everyone. I felt like I was doing a smart thing because this is how Genshin knowledge works. But you know,
hey, just invest in ER and you can use it sooner anyway.
Shame on me.
So before we go to sleep, Arya sneaks up.
You're gonna do it, aren't you?
Sneaks up the road, avoiding people, and does an investigation check to see if Good Hunter is alone or not.
So you roll me an investigation check.
All right.
By the way, how do you want us to add the point into our stat?
How do I what?
How do you want us to put the point into its stat? Just put like a 1?
Put it on there. Yeah, just put like a 1 on your stat, and then I'll explain what that does at the beginning of the next one.
Oh, okay. This page, I'm gonna roll on the page we're on.
The page that I'm on. Oh, you did.
Wait, that's not right.
Are you talking about doing it in the chat here?
Yeah. So, 7 plus 9, 16.
16.
Oh wait. How do we do plus 5 on here?
D20. Just do it manually. Just roll 1 D20 and then add it in your head.
Oh, obviously. Okay.
Just roll 1 D20. Okay, 15 20. Plus your modifier.
Yeah, 20. Oh, it's 5.
Okay.
15 plus 5, yeah.
So, as you go up to Good Hunter, you notice that the owner of Good Hunter is behind the counter and is cooking furiously. You look at the tables that are out in front of it, and there are people sitting at every single table enjoying their food. What do you wish to do?
I go back to my group with disappointment.
Just gonna try and steal somebody's food off the table. Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and end it. We will start next session with questions. Let you guys explore Mondstadt a little bit before we get going from there. I will end it there. Everybody got their level. Everybody put their stat point. Hey, thanks for the follow. Into one of those stats that was on their character sheet. And then I will explain how that all works whenever we start up the next one. Everybody is now level 2. So
yeah, level 2.
That is going to be it for session 0, starting next session, which we will just do whenever we can, whenever everybody's available. We are going to start getting into the actual story of what is happening. This was just to answer questions, to introduce you guys to the mechanics. What did you guys think of how the combat system works?
It was pretty cool. It took a while to read like a lot of the stuff and skills and the spaces.
Yours,
Um,
this is
yeah.
like for people that don't see, this is his sheet of stuff that I typed out. Look at that skill paragraph.
Is that mine?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking. I was like reading this whole essay, but it took a while to like understand
Mine's much simpler.
Yours is much simpler.
stuff. But yeah, it feels if now I feel like I have a really good grasp of the skills and bursts. So, like next session is gonna be a lot better.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting smoother and smoother. Every single one. By the way, I have Monmon's character sheet right here.
Does it have their own character sheet?
Yes.
I love that.
The other character sheet.
Do we get to level her up?
Her stuff will not. It won't matter.
Watch. She's like a level
Whatever.
5, huh?
She is not. By the way, something I did forget to mention earlier was that Mon can hold 4 items at one time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She has a bag slot of 4.
Can we all have a copy of Monmon's character sheet?
I'm just going to change every single time because I'm going to type in stuff. But I can send it. I've got to fill some stuff out now that I know which ones you guys picked because I have to do their strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma rolls. Because you guys will be able to ask Mon to do things like that. Just for future basics. By the way, nobody can ever target Mon. Mon cannot take damage.
I mean, it can't take damage, it can't be targeted, are separate things.
Let me put it this way. Do you know why Mon cannot be targeted?
It hides a spatial dimension.
No,
I don't know.
prevent you guys from targeting Mon in case you chose this one.
No.
So Mon is immune or cannot be targeted?
Mon cannot be targeted.
Oh, so I can't use Mon as a body shield.
So
No,
I can't like grab Mon to avoid an arrow being shot at me.
No,
Exactly.
you cannot. Now, okay, so something that I am gonna do starting next turn, next time, I did not want to introduce it in this one. Whenever an enemy dies, if it is a hilly curl or something along those lines, its body will be on the field until its next turn.
Okay.
So do with that what you will. I have used a dead body in my D&D playtime to shield myself from a shot.
So like, if we kill one of those monsters in Genshin, what are the ones that have an axe? What are they called?
A midicurl?
If we kill one of those, can I grab his axe and then just like swing it at someone?
You cannot.
Good luck lifting that.
You cannot equip an axe.
That's lame. Okay.
You cannot equip an axe. But if there was something like a shooter aiming at you and you're low on HP, you might be able to pick up a body and shield yourself from it.
Got it. Okay.
That is the whole reason that they are there. But that is going to be it for session 0. Whenever we're going to do another one, I'm going to make an announcement in the Discord server and on live, and I'll start promoting it. And I'm going to actually edit this down. I'm going to make a YouTube video. I'm going to take some of the highlights, especially killing Timmy's birds, because that's always fun. And I'm going to do some TikTok videos for the highlights, because this was a lot of fun. So thank you everybody for watching. I will release these people from my prisons and let them go about their lives. So that will be it for this live stream. Thanks everybody for stopping by.